name is Gary the Numbers Guy, and this is the 305. We're in Q Studios, and these are my co-hosts.
What's up, guys? Your boy Fresh, Fresh and Fit. We're here today, and
Dom Lucre, the breaker of narratives.
all right, and we got a lot to talk about today, bro. A whole lot, news, people, and of course, a lot of white.
And it's also the start of baseball season. I know you guys don't care. I know the black people here don't care. But it's the start of baseball season. Yeah, baseball season. I bet on everything. I bet on absolutely everything. You know, when it was the pandemic and all the sports went off, I started betting Korean baseball, bro. Shit. I know about the Bears. I know about the Dragons.
Korean baseball?
I know about the Kia Tigers. I know about all these squads. That's what I got from the pandemic.
Do you even know Korean?
No, but like I know how to bet Korean baseball.
Well, you won your game, so shout out to you for that.
Oh yeah. By the way, I again, gambling's haram, but I keep winning, so I guess I'm a sinner. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, but we had a little video clip we looked at yesterday, and it's funny because a lot of people come to our shows, our memberships, and they get a lot of value. They say, "Oh, you helped me so much, brother. You changed my life. I got my credit score on point, my life on point." But then at some point, they progress to a certain level, and they actually leave the bird's nest, and they go have fun. They go live their life.
Which is normal.
Yeah, which is normal.
Which is what you want.
Which is a good thing. Mm-hmm. However, here's the issue, right? Of course, someone needs to be cooked today. And it's a fellow known as Jordan Welch, because with the L, you can't even put Welch. Mm-hmm. And it's because this guy made a video talking about Fresh and Fit. Don't watch it. It's bad. But at the same time, we help people change their entire lives, money, mindset, and of course, girls. And it's funny because people leave the bird's nest, like I said before, go out and get a girlfriend, live the life, have multiple girls, whatever they want to choose. And then they talk shit about us after. And I'm like, wait a minute. You even said in the video, you got the value. Oh, well, you know what? They're bad people, but it was good value, bro. And
I have people like that too. They say, you know what? First it was, this numerology is a scam. This is bullshit. After they evolved to, you know what? Numerology is real, but fuck Gary.
Damn.
Okay, the guy who got him into this, the reason they believe in this, but F him. Because, some people aren't loyal. And it's the same thing with women, bro. There's always a tell. There's always a tell with people who, friends or girlfriends or anything. And one of the biggest tells is, do they have a solid relationship with their parents?
yeah.
If they have a solid relationship with their parents, you know what it is. Yeah. Because if they don't respect their daddy, they ain't going to respect you.
That's a good point. And here's the worst part about this, right? Is that sometimes your biggest supporters that would help elevate the brand, they leave the bird's nest and then they hate on you fully. Yeah. And then to justify it as well, it's like, all right, we've helped you gain value. You're good to go. Why not just not talk shit and move on? But the problem is you talk shit, act like you know what's happening, and then you come back to us when you got finesse. And it's funny because this guy, I'm mentioning here, ain't even that big. Sorry to say, bro. No one gives a fuck who you are.
When you told me who this guy is,
bro,
I didn't even know who the hell he was.
Bro,
you're a nobody.
He got lit off of dissing one of our boys because he bought their course.
Your boy.
Yeah. And did that whole thing. Did that whole thing and that whole spiel. Anyhow, I want to wrap this video real quick because I find it very amusing and funny because in the video he talks about the value he gained and then talks shit about us right after.
That's amazing. That's like a woman yap.
Bro, I don't get it. I don't get it.
He's a student. Sound like you're trying to beat the master in every aspect. Same thing with your boy and the same thing with you.
It's always like that. But you know what's even a better relationship? When you build a bond with your mentor and then your mentor actually puts you on because he trusts you.
Yeah.
Because
that's
way
worse.
You can always go back and forth. But see, you showed your true colors right away. He could have collabed with you. He could have done a lot of stuff with you. Instead, he wanted to pick a fight with someone out his weight class. Motherfucker, no one knows you. Literally, no one. If I don't know who you are, and I know everyone down here in Miami, you're a nobody. Yep. No one gives a fuck about you. I've never heard your name, which basically means you have a little level of clout. And then I figured out how you got that clout. You got that clout attacking someone else. So you're nothing more than a cut rate Abba and preach. That's what the hell you are. You're nothing more than a cut rate Abba and preach because you have no talent. Play this in a second. You have no talent to do this on your own. You have to go after people and attach your name to people who are better than you so you could actually get some clout. So guess what? You're a nobody. Let's play the clip.
This is funny, so let's react to it. There we go. Yeah, from the beginning.
Can't hear it.
He's muted. All right, here we go.
You could do as a young man is consuming all this red pill content. You guys are watching make money content from people that's not even made any real money in their life.
Stop
Relationships.
Stop this. Hold the hell. Haven't made any money? Yo, I got 50K on my goddamn wrist, bro. What are you talking about? What do you drive, bro?
Ferrari.
How much is your Ferrari?
450K.
What else do you own?
Property.
No, flex on him.
Hold on.
Flex on him.
This is why, right? I don't like flexing because at this point, yeah, I might have more than a dude, but bro, who is he to question me? And he's like, oh, we're broke. Bro, Myron got millions. I got millions, but we don't brag about it. It's like, bro, for what? I know you do.
I got more than you. I make more in a goddamn month than you made in your fucking life. Who the fuck are you? Fucking clown.
See, you know what's funny about money, right? You're making good money. You don't have to brag about it. People know from your lifestyle how you move, and it's funny because if I got secrets that I don't want to share, because I'm making money. So obviously speaking, telling you my business for what? And again, he's talking about Zach. You don't know us at all. He's talking like, oh, they don't make money, bro. You don't know shit.
We'll get to the super chats right after we're done cooking this guy, and believe me, I want it well done, man. This ain't no medium rare here. I want it well done. 98 or above if you want a live reading. We'll do it right after this. Go ahead. Let's finish this clown show.
Content from people that's not even in solid relationship. I used to actually watch Fresh and Fit all the time, and it got me to a certain.
He mentioned we don't make money and we don't have relationships. Well, first of all, buddy, if you were watching the content properly, you'd understand we give you advice to become a man of your own means to do what you want to do, which means if you want to be single, congrats, you can do that. You want to have multiple girls? You can. Or have a girlfriend or wife. That's up to you. Yeah. And as a result, Myron has his girl. I have my things I do. And it's like, you don't know.
That's a nice way to put it.
You don't know how we move at all. But yet you talk, oh, don't watch Fresh and Fit. Bro, your whole idea and thoughts of us is random because our lifestyle shows what we do in and out. So this nigga just talking shit, bro, honestly.
The light-skinned one's always bipolar, bro.
Bro, I don't know what it is, man.
Eyes, to be honest.
So he's bipolar. You can see something's wrong with this dude.
Let's continue, though. He does more bullshit talking as well.
Level of success, you know, I was able to meet girls, I was able to have casual things here and there, but it never got me to the point where I was able to meet my wife. Now I'm in a point where I'm in a very happy relationship. She is everything that I want.
Are they your kids?
And funny enough, the way that I was able to attract my dream woman was the complete opposite. You shouldn't be looking for your future wife at a nightclub.
Pause.
Well, when did you ever tell someone to go to a nightclub to find a woman?
Wait a minute. Bruh. When did we ever tell our guys to go ahead and go to a nightclub to find a girl? Never. Bro, listen, at the end of the day, finding a wife in strip club is so dumb.
That's ludicrous.
First of all, smashing, that's one thing. But a wife, we've never said that, so that's another lie. So notice how these haters just spread a bunch of lies with no actual facts to back it up.
You tell people, stay away from women with high body counts.
Yep.
And stay away from single mothers. So he said he stopped listening to you and he got a family. Are those kids yours? Those kids yours, Pimp? I'm just curious. Are those kids yours, Pimp? Or did you find your anti-red pill and you found yourself a single mother and now you're taking care of kids that don't look like you?
That could be one.
Congratulations, sir.
Notice he mentioned that he got the value with girls and then found his dream girl. But I would argue you can't find your dream girl without knowing the bad girls, correct?
Yeah, that's true.
So the value was there. You got the value, and you let them find your. Congrats, brother. Good shit. But to diss us after that, bro, you're an L, bro. But continue though. Crazy.
Simply.
He looks like a simp.
Not gonna find her there. I found my girl at a restaurant that I used to go to. She was just working there. You gotta stop taking advice from people
A
who
restaurant.
haven't done the things that you actually want to do. It's terrible for your mind, and it's not gonna actually get you what you want out of life. Bro, stop watching.
Again, we've done so many things over the past 4 to 5 years, all of us here on this table. And what have you done, bro? As far as I know, all you do is make content. Well, random people on the internet.
People who are better than him.
Exactly. Making more money than you, and you react to it and put it on YouTube, nigga. We actually added real value, bro. Credit cards, how to buy cars, how to get real estate, how to gain property value and taxes so you don't have to pay a lot of money, how to do accounting, how to do actual online things, for example, e-commerce. So much you could do from our platform you can learn from. Money Mondays. Well, dude, what have you done, bro?
I argue to say that it's the value that you added that's made him give the envy. He envies your impact. He envies the things that you've been able to achieve.
Bro.
He understands that. Like, he wouldn't even found his wife, like you said, unless you showed him the rights from his wrongs. And it might be his own pride that's attacking him, that he couldn't have had a wife without you.
Good point. In his own video,
I bet you his woman leaves him.
Bro,
She's gonna Jack Doherty. Bro, I don't need to know who you are. I don't need to know anything about you. You look like a simp, and you're gonna end up like Jack Doherty. Congratulations.
anyhow, nigga, you're cooked, bro. Just hold the L.
He was born cooked. Are you kidding me?
But yeah, man. So Dom, we got a lot of cover today with the news.
Yeah.
What's the first thing?
Let's do a reading first, guys,
first?
because
Cool.
I don't want to keep people waiting too long.
Gotcha.
All right. We have a male, 7/8/1993, money reading and what will happen in 2029 when you're in your 28 personal year. Well, you're a rooster and you're talking about a rooster year and you're going to be in a 28-year cycle. What does that mean? That means you're going to have money-making opportunities more than any other year because people always succeed or not always succeed, but they always get attention and they always have the ability to make that money. Like, for instance, we're going to talk about a lot of things. Kanye West was in the news. There was a woman who was playing Snow White. She was in the news. They're both snakes this year. They're making the headlines, sometimes for the wrong reasons, but their name's up there. You have to make sure that when that energy is coming towards you, you make sure you steer the ship exactly how it should be. Not looking for controversy, not looking for drama all the time, because if that's what you're looking for, you're going to find it. Looking at your birthday, my friend, you're a one life path. You have to be aggressive in life. You cannot be a pushover. People who are ones go in people's faces. They're aggressive in life. They don't put up with bullshit. Honestly, they're kind of called assholes sometimes. And you know what's funny about this, Dom? Asshole starts with A. A is the first letter because they're argumentative, just like asshole. So it is what it is. Listen, I'm not trying to make fun of you, but at the end of the day, lighten up sometimes. But don't drink alcohol. Alcohol is the killer for ones. And again, what does alcohol start with? A. And again, the English language is really like that. For instance, I said tigers the fighters.
Yep.
How many times have I said tigers were the fighters?
All the time.
Do you know you can't spell the word fighter without the letters in the word tiger? That's how it works. The English language, I'm being serious.
No,
you know
deadass.
what the mathematical chances of that are?
Very
It's
slim.
in the billions, bro. For that to be a coincidence, the mathematical chances are in the billions. But you know what? You don't have to believe me. That's why they call it Congress, because they're conning your dumbasses.
Damn.
It is what it is. Going back to you, my friend,
Spitting
you're born
fire.
on the 8th. 8 is the number of money. So here's the key. All 8s get money at some point in life. Make sure when you have it, you don't lose it. That's the problem with 8s. It's like a roller coaster.
Up and down.
Up and down. Up and down. You want a live reading? 98. And when it comes down to it, we need to know about the news now. What's in the news, Dom?
Rachel Zegler, the star of the Snow White in Disney, she's currently getting headlines yet again. She's right now have the lowest movie of all time at 1.5 stars. It's lower than The Human Centipede. And it's the producer of the Disney movie has gone out and now blaming her for ruining his father's movie. She's going off on a narcissistic rant, which is going viral on X, going at the fans and going at anyone that doesn't accept the movie. And she's expressing how important she is to Disney and the Snow White franchise.
Why
as a whole.
exactly are people attacking her, Dom? What is she doing?
They say it's her narcissistic mindset, how she's blaming the movie failure on Disney and the fans instead of herself.
A woman not taking accountability.
No accountability
pretty
whatsoever.
familiar.
I never heard that one before. A woman who is not taking accountability for her actions, and then when everything goes to hell, it's never her fault.
Well,
It's your fault, motherfucker.
You know what that means? Oh. Soundboard.
Yeah, the board's messed up like her movie. That's exactly
Yes,
what it
definitely.
means.
But you know what's scary about this is that like even after holding the L, she can't handle the L or even consider it.
Yeah.
But she's still defending the point like she's actually correct. And I'm like, wait a minute here. Even the ratings have told you it's flops. And I don't get it. This is Snow White, not Snow Hispanic.
Yeah.
Nick,
Why
what
is
is
it
she? Yo, bro, what is she, bro?
She ain't white.
I'm
think she's
confused.
She ain't white. So here's the point. The movie is called Snow White. Do you really want a woman of color in the lead? I mean, and then all you people out there who say, "Of course we do." You're gonna call me racist? Listen, make it make sense, man. No one's trying to play Taft or Shaft and have it be a white man.
Well, to Rachel's
Come on.
credit, man. I mean, they also had DEI dwarfs at the same time. Did you see the original dwarfs that they had? They were like fucking 5 foot, 6 foot tall dwarfs.
But they were CGI.
They added CGI after the backlash. The original dwarfs were different races. They had like biracial dwarfs, black dwarfs, like 5 feet, 6 feet.
Was the last guy we were talking about one of them?
Jordan,
He could have been.
Jordan
He could have
Dwarf.
been casted for sure. Yeah, so the whole movie as a whole has just been a disaster because they're trying to send a message instead of sending out entertainment. They're not trying to entertain the masses. It's the same thing like a lot of these major media sources. They're not here to make money. They're here to get a message across.
Yeah. And usually with these actors, they're humble. They respect the role. They're happy to be in part of the role. She's just condescending as hell. Like, oh yeah, they need me for this role.
Yeah.
I'm that. I'm like, yo,
Can we hear what this
relax.
bitch talks about? I want to hear actually
Sure.
what she says.
Sure.
Let's hear this.
Here we go. Bro, it's so funny, bro. Like all these like women actors are always in their
And
back.
to everyone, who hates when I win,
You're not winning.
the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her.
Yo, hold on. Cut that. No one's going to see your movie, bitch. Who's out there trying to see you? See, this is what I'm talking about. She's an 11 life path, and she's emotional as hell. All women are emotional. She's emotional times fucking 1,000.
Yep.
This bitch is out her fucking mind. She's a narcissist, and with that patch between her eyes, you could fucking land a plane.
It's a common L.
You-
It's overall L. The whole movie. Is
You know what's
a-
crazy? You can feel the hurt in her voice, but again, accountability is not her first thing because you can tell she's definitely hurt by this. And the reality is, no one's supporting the movie. Even
she
Snow White
has-
fans.
And she has the gall to say, everyone wants to see me. No one wants to see. How delusional do you have to be?
But that's the issue with some of these. Well, they say actors to be like men,
Some.
but actresses, they pretend like they're the shit.
Yeah.
And dude, just be humble. Listen, you got a nice role. It's history behind this role. The actual fans of this show, movie, actually respect it. But you're like, oh, they need me for this role. I'm the one that's gonna make this pop off. But you made it turn into L. Your talking points, people hated it. Remember at the very
Yeah.
beginning, her whole like pre-sequel. Oh, well, in the movie this is gonna happen. Da da da. She ruined it.
They ruined it.
Yeah, women have a tendency of doing that. Let's hear the rest of the this.
What'd you say? Let's see.
That despite my flaws, and
So many
despite
of
my
them.
cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them,
Oh, cry me a river,
I feel
bitch.
bad about this song.
that at every premiere and everything I do,
They canceled all your premieres, bitch.
people will wait in line to see.
People in
You could give away the tickets.
that shit looks empty. Is she there?
And to everyone,
Hold on. To her credit, it might have been a pre-screen. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? But anyhow, this is why gotta be humble,
Look at her smug face.
bro.
Look at her smug face. Do you know? Is that like a mole she has right there?
Bro, I have no idea.
Is that a mole? Can people see that? Is that a mole right there?
And you know what's funny? Women,
Because if she is, it means she's a freak.
really,
Yeah, if you have a mole right there, you're a freak.
bro. Isn't it funny? These women call us narcissists.
Yeah.
That right there is a perfect example. Narcissist, bro.
But
At
how do
its
you think
finest.
they get to this point? How
Well,
do they get so delusional?
Men telling them and
Simps.
simping them.
Yep.
Simps.
They keep simping, they keep simping, and all of a sudden they lose reality. They think that's actually, these people are actually simping out for you because they want to sleep with you or they want something from you. And she is trying to take that as like, oh, this must be real. No, they're just simping for you, dumb bitch.
Also, social media, all the options that guys say, oh my God,
yeah.
you're beautiful, you're gorgeous. By the way, I wonder after this role, she can get any more roles in different movies?
Yeah,
because
of course she will. Adult film. That's where she's gonna end up. That's exactly where she's gonna end up. She's gonna be in a porn movie because hey, Hollywood's done with you. They're absolutely done with you. They blackballed you, bitch.
Oh, I need that P-Hub sound.
She kept it way too political too.
There's no reason for this. There's no. But see, here's the point. Her and Kanye, both born in the year of the snake, both in the media. But you know what the thing is? Once you hit that mountain, you could fall off very, very quickly. And even though everyone's saying your name right now, it's not positive, girl. So yes, you're on top of the mountain just like Kanye. But, you know, sometimes when you actually get there, maybe you want to act a little bit more humbly. Because I'm not a humble person, bro. I'm not humble.
Oh, no, we know.
All.
We know.
I'm definitely not humble.
We know, Gary.
But
Yeah.
compared to her, yo, I'm like,
But see-
like Prince and shit. Man. Like,
Gary,
what the fuck?
You can back it up, bro. She can't. Anyhow, what's the next one, bro?
I don't know, man. She was kind of wide open right there. You know?
Back it up, huh? All right.
So, in the UK, they've announced that they will be banning ninja swords in response to a lot of the slashings. People on X have been completely roasting the entire country of United Kingdom because they're saying, of course, it's not the ninja swords, it's the ninjas, which are the niggas. You see any of the text of the UK, nigga, if you look at a sword, it's a nigga holding it. So it's like, why are you not banning the niggas? Are you focusing on the sword itself? So that's just the obvious elephant in the room, bro.
Yo, I didn't say that shit.
Listen.
Don't cancel me. I didn't say that shit.
Listen, as a pro-black
say I
man,
didn't agree.
I've been to the UK several times, and my worst fear is being chefed. Now, if you know what that means, chef means someone has a knife and they're stabbing you consistently. Now, a sword isn't the usual weapon, but they have small knives and they bring it out and they do their damage. This is scary because, okay, you ban a sword. They got knives, my guy. Like, what the fuck? Dude, you didn't do shit. What the hell is dude? And to be for real, we're not pirates over here, nigga. Like, ain't nobody walking around with a damn sword. But that's crazy, bro.
Bro, it's the same narrative that you see in America. They ban the gun and not the people that's holding the gun. It doesn't save anybody, bro.
Notice
It's just
they
extending the problem.
found a picture with the darkest skinned guy they could.
Yo, a real Somalian pirate.
Notice that? Yo, listen, look, all jokes aside, man. All jokes aside, all these people on their moral high ground, always talking about America and their gun violence and all this other bullshit that these liberals and communists in the UK always say. You want to ban our guns? You can't even have knives over there. You understand how crazy this is? We have the right to have guns here, and we only have like very few shootings. I will bet you have more stabbings in the UK than we do in most states in the United States of America. Let's not forget, we're way bigger than you. But as a percentage, you guys are cooked. You guys are absolutely cooked. I'm going to say this. I hate the UK. I absolutely despise the UK. You know I get arrested for some of my tweets in the UK?
Oh,
I
actually,
would definitely get arrested for some of my tweets in the UK.
I would argue.
The UK is a fucking police state, and it's lawless. Absolutely lawless. Guess what? They're going to all be using plastic knives soon.
Okay, just to be fair here with the UK, listen, I'm not the biggest fan of the UK because of the weather and the people, but
He doesn't like white people.
the whole chef, no,
You just said you don't like the UK?
people that are depressed.
Ah, gotcha.
The whole chefing thing doesn't happen to people that are regular. If you're a regular person, you probably won't be chefed. But the gang violence over there is crazy. So this is why if you're into gangs and that culture, you might be chefed any day of the week. But a regular person probably won't be chefed. Now, that's not saying you should go over there and be like, go lucky. It should be, hey, don't wear jewelry, don't wear certain big, shiny things because they will target you.
I'm not going to the UK. I'm not going to the UK.
But again, the weather sucks over there. The people there are very depressed,
People
in my
suck
opinion.
more.
Yeah.
And the only baddies they saw were in the club. And I ain't going back to the club over there anyway. So I don't know, man. UK, do better, bro. Do better.
Cooked.
The UK. Can you imagine the UK was an empire that the sun never set It was always shining the UK empire because it was that big. And now they're a second-rate superpower. No one gives a fuck about what they say internationally. They're basically America's bitch.
They replace politics with social justice, man. That's what happens, bro. They replaced anything that can keep a country sustainable with emotions. And it shows what happened when you bend the knee to emotions, bro.
Bend
It
the knee to
leads
anybody.
people- Well, yeah, bend the knee as a whole. It's
Some
bad.
people do that 5 times a day.
There you go. What's the next one? All right. What else is in the news?
Yeah. So, Pastor Marvin Sapp, he's a famous pastor, also a famous gospel singer. This nigga held his church hostage for $40,000. He closed the doors and told all of the bishops, all the ushers, they could not open the doors till 100 people gave at least $20.
Yo,
Yes,
if
bro.
you had to guess the color of a pastor who would do something like that,
That's-
what would you guess?
Bro, this is despicable. This is diabolical. This is disgusting.
This is black culture in America.
I can say this, being real, I'm not the best Christian.
Yeah.
But I do understand the rules and tenements of the Bible to an extent. And this right here, the tithing process, is not mandatory.
Yeah.
You don't have to give. It's from the heart.
It's true.
So when a pastor says
Not-
to you,
not
you
according to
must
him.
give to the church.
Yep.
You can't leave. That's when people hostage. That is illegal.
And for some people, let's say the body is a temple. Well, the church, they always talk about tithing given to the temple. But the original passage says the body is a temple. When you post a fast or you post a tithe, that's given to your body, 20% of your body, giving healthy substances to your body. They made it about the brick and mortar business. They made it about giving tithes to the building. So they've manipulated the word itself.
Yes. Also, to your point, because that's a very good point, Dom, these passages were in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
We have what? The New Testament, which speaks about how Jesus came and absolved us of all the old practices from back then. So this just means that they're clinging on to the Old Testament because it gives them money.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, now see, this is my cue to step in
Money.
when they start talking about money. Okay, so let me just make this clear. Remember how I told you can't spell the word fighter without the word tiger? Well, you can't spell the word Bible without the word lie. And guess what? You can't do it after religion because I want to spread this all over. This is a money grab. This is a common thief. This is not a pastor. He should get charged with armed robberies. What he's doing. Okay, this is garbage right here. But this is exactly what I expect out of people in the church or mosque or temple. It's a money grab. I promise you. If you have to pray, if that's your thing, it's not going to give you any more energy or any more benefit to pray in a temple, pray at a mosque or a synagogue. You can pray in the freaking bathroom. You can pray outside. Let's not hope you don't have the bathroom, but you can pray outside. You don't. There's nothing special about going there and giving these people money. Okay, I'm gonna make this clear.
Also,
Go ahead.
just real quick, this is important because the church itself used to stand for something with God.
Yeah.
Now you know what the church does? It stands
Pedophiles.
with the government.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that work with the church are tied in with the government,
Yeah.
which means by default, all right, what's the best way to get money back into the economy through the church is back to government. And it's because it's a whole system. You start at the top, government, the officials. Hey, well, we'll pay you money to sponsor your church.
Yeah.
Just follow these demands.
Yeah.
Let's push the LGBTQ community. Let's push all these things. And that's what they do. They get paid to push these agendas. And then I just wonder, when was it okay to bring, no offense to people, a gay pastor to preach to people about Christ? Because last time I remember, that is not allowed in church. Also, women, they're supposed to lead. Sorry, follow, not lead. Which means,
were about to say something else.
why is a woman teaching me about Christ when they don't even they party on Saturdays and go to church on Sundays? I'm like, bro, you're telling me about, bro, forget it. So the point here is that like these churches are invested into spreading a message because they're getting paid to by a lot of government.
These churches might as well be a whorehouse, man.
I know
Let's
what you're
keep it
saying is
real.
true because you see it also with
Telling you, bro.
anytime election seasons, these churches, they'll have candidates that they're pushing and they're telling people, pretty much who to vote for. In my opinion, that should have always been illegal. Same thing
It
with
was
gun
illegal. It
violence.
still is.
Gun violence is done as well. If a shooting happened at a school, local churches will have politicians that are opposing of the guns and come speak about it and taking advantage of people in their situations and taking advantage of their emotion to try to get more restrictions on guns. They're there just to really push out a narrative.
Can we hear what he's saying in detail?
We'll go to the super chats right after this.
Gotcha. All right. This is despicable, by the way.
Oh, can I start? I think I can like channel him. Okay. Hold on.
Kumbaya. Kumbaya.
My brothers and sisters, I love you, and I am a servant of the Lord. And because I'm a servant of the Lord, if you put $3 in this tray, I will bless you. And you might say, Gary, all I have is $5 to my name. But if you give me $3, the Almighty will bless you. And if you believe any of that, you a sucker.
Wait, hold on. I got a better one. The Lord told me this Sunday to give to the church a blessing, but also for the church to give back to him because he's the one that gave you life. Brothers and sisters, let me talk to you real quick. You've been told lies your entire life about giving, but the Lord giveth and he taketh. And I beg you to give back to us, the church, because we love you guys, and God does too. Do what's right.
Amen. Tom, you got a sermon for us too, brother.
I don't have
Brother Dom, we need a sermon. I need a
I
couple
don't-
Hail Marys
Oh,
and
God.
amen, brother.
He's brought us the tithes. Brother Dom. Thank you, Brother Dom.
Yeah.
Brother Dom is a man of the community. He gave to the church his last. This is what God wants you to do as well. Give your last.
Preach, Pastor.
Yo, bro. I promise you, bro, the church of today is not the church of the past, man. It's changed so much, bro. It's all smoke and mirrors and money, bro. That's it,
Yo,
pretty much,
dude,
bro.
I'm done with the podcast.
Let's play a clip, though. Let's play it.
Understand the cost that is involved.
The cost.
There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors.
You see that guy behind him? He's
We
like,
all
what the
believe
fuck? You see
Y'all
that
ain't
guy
going no
behind him?
place.
Isn't that illegal?
There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
Yo, he's sweating his ass off.
I'm
Look at this,
challenging
bro.
each of you all
It's
down
Neo somebody.
here to give a $20 seed. I just think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get one soda, 2 straws.
2 popcorns, baby.
I wasn't cheap. That's swag. I was looking in her eyes. She's looking in mine. Can't do that no more.
This is sad, bro.
Now, everyone up here, we
Pure
all
comedy,
sold and
bro.
seated, but I need everyone standing up here with us,
If I
with
tell
me,
them to give
to
more.
plant a seed of $100.
See?
Because again, it costs to sit up here.
He need that.
Wait,
new
wait,
hair.
stop.
$100 to sit up there, man.
Stop. There's 1,000 people. He said he needs 40, right?
Yeah.
He's 40 racks.
Yeah.
Well, if everyone gives him 100, like he just said, that's 100 racks.
100
That's
racks.
at the
Yo,
tape. He said up
did
top.
he just say he needs
So
40?
He want
Yeah.
the Congress.
Yo.
Yeah. He wants more.
Yeah, he wants the people up top. He
Think he's
said anyone
slick.
sitting up there with them got to give him 100.
Think he's slick,
Yo,
bro.
yo, bro,
They
I
got
know,
the VIP
I know
roll.
how you can get that, buddy. Go kiss something.
Oh, man.
Yo, listen, bro. This is diabolical, bro. I remember a time where in church, the preacher would say, listen, we know times are hard. Give from your heart what you can.
Yeah.
And if you can't, so be it. God is watching. And it's up to you. You have the free will to say, today I'm giving, today I'm not. But the closed doors, bro, that's in, dude, that
Yeah.
isn't that illegal?
To me, I
You're
think
being
it
held
is.
hostage.
No,
you can't leave.
that is illegal,
Yeah.
bro.
That's crazy
This
to
guy
me.
filmed himself
And
doing
not
a
just that,
felony.
it wasn't even just physical cash. He's cool with Cash App, Venmo, anything. He said digital. He says you can break it down to digital however you want it. Like this shit is corrupt.
Hey, then again, say, y'all inside?
You triggered my trap card.
Now you're trapped in this church for real. Holy. Damn, bro.
Yo, but the balls of this guy, bro.
Dude, that's crazy.
He said
man.
he's a C note for everybody.
It got to be someone outside that church waiting for him when that sermon is for that payment. Because
You think he owes someone money?
yeah, that's the only way. That's the only way. Someone out there waiting.
Could you imagine?
He got about
He
3
had to wake up in the
SUVs.
morning and say, "Yo, I owe someone money. I got no other choice.
Bro got 3 SUVs waiting for him
I
outside
didn't get my people at the church."
I need a new hair transplant. Oh man.
Yo.
We can stop here, bro.
No, I
You-
want to
you
hear
want
the
more?
rest of this.
All right,
I want
go
to hear
ahead,
the
go
rest
ahead.
of this.
Go ahead, Bills. Let's continue.
See. So put your 20 away, preachers.
Ooh, he's talking about money. You sure he's Christian?
That 20 wasn't for you.
God, yeah.
And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk.
He's in a long ride to
start
work. He
moving.
should have been a pip.
Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the.
Pause. This is what you call high-level gaslighting. You start by making them feel bad, like, oh, you don't want to give? No. Come to the front so I can see you give.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch all y'all niggas come to the front and pay me my money. This is gaslighting to another level. You know when a chick is like, oh, well, you're being bad and you should always be nice to me and you're being mean. You're like, oh, I feel kind of bad. This nigga's do the same thing.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, come to the front. If you don't want to give, you're locked in here. You can't leave.
I wonder how many baby mamas this dude has.
Yo,
man.
Paul, a few, bro. We'll continue though. That's crazy, bro.
Take your phone and stick it on the bucket.
Look at that.
Fuck you
Take
doing?
your phone.
He got a buddy clip like a pip.
Yo, the music in the back is killing me though. It's just killing me.
Shh.
He just
Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
That is so manipulative.
Yo, this is the grift of the
Giving is
year.
worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online.
That's
need to
only
give
20
$20.
racks, bro.
This
You're
is
20
easy,
short now.
saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight. Just to
Not with
start.
20, yo, this dumb motherfucker. Not with 20
That's it.
for 1,000 people. That's $20,000. This motherfucker can't even do math. How you get, yo?
Yeah,
You
bro.
got fucking brothers out here who are begging for fucking money, and you can't even do math. Man, get this fucking bitch ass.
Crazy, bro. Super chats?
Yeah, let's get to him, man. This is crazy, man. Yo, super chat, man. I don't even know what to tell you on this one. All right, let's start, man. 1/1/2001, male. I live in California. I'm sorry to hear that. Relocating this year. Congratulations. Where should I go? Well, you're a dragon. What was the last state you lived in, my man?
Oh, Tennessee.
And
Yeah.
Tennessee is a dragon
Dragon.
state, so there you go. If you're looking for something a little bit more in good weather, the snake isn't the best friend of the dragon, but Florida and Texas are good. But if you're looking for a dragon state, I would say that Tennessee is probably the best one out there. Someone who's a one, this is typical. Someone who's a one life path, and what does he ask me about? Moving, because 5 is the number of travel. You always see always see a pattern. All you got to do is start paying attention, man. That's all it is, guys. You just really got to look at a pattern. What are my strengths? What are my improvements? You're a good talker. You're an entertainer. People who are 5s are entertainer. Aiden Ross is a 5 life path. He's a dragon like you. He's people like that are entertainers because that's what 5s do. As someone who's born in the 1st, again, as I told the last guy, you got to be aggressive in life. The 1s have to be aggressive in life. Andrew Tate did not make it by being a pushover. He's born in the 1st. Myron Gaines did not make it by being a pushover. He's born in the 1st. He wanted to make it. That's how you have to be. You have to be in people's faces. And again, a lot of people don't like that, but that's the way of the one life path. That's what alpha energy is, to be in people's faces. I'm born in the 7th. I'm the smart one. All right. People born in the 7th are the geniuses. Even Gary starts with G. G's the 7th letter. And I like to gamble too. You ever hear that? Yeah, I do like to gamble, man. And by the way, if I'm looking at my phone, it's not like I'm not in the podcast, except I got a lot of money on the line. Yes. So, I'm actually doing you guys the favors by actually doing this podcast when I'm actually paying attention to if I'm up or down for the night. So at least you guys can like that goddamn YouTube so like the algorithm can go up so we could actually get more views. I appreciate that. See, this is how this works. Anyways, going back to you, my friend, you are in an 11-year cycle. In 11-year cycles, things get emotional, but people's outlook on life changes too. Control the emotions. Don't let them control you. You'll be fine. All right, let's go to the next one.
How much you made so far for your parlay?
1 hit so far for 7. I got about 10 more to go, so it could be a 60K night, but I don't know yet. Anyways, let's
That's only salary for the year, bro.
Like, stop. 60.
I'm keeping it real.
60 racks.
CVS.
60 racks.
Yes, bro. Even less than that.
Bro, this motherfucker
Bro.
lives in Miami, man. He's capping.
I'm dead ass, bro.
What do you drive again, Fresh?
Bro, it's not, that's
What
not
do
the
you,
point.
what do you drive again?
The
Oh, it
point
never is.
That is
You know,
somebody's salary.
No,
Yeah, it is though.
Bro.
What do you drive again, Fresh?
Bro, I've been
Tell
had
us about that
hold on.
60K.
No, I've been had cars, bro. I'm saying the average person that's working their ass off, that's what they make in a year.
Yeah.
What you
Yeah,
made?
but that wouldn't last you like 2 months.
All right, nigga. It's not about me. It's about these people.
Yo, you got
seeing the value.
a lot of you have a woman that you have to take care of and stuff like that. So it gets expensive.
Yeah,
in
my
Miami.
mom, man. I
Good
love my mom.
Save. Good
Love my
fucking
mom, bro.
save, bro. That and people say fuck you, Fresh ate quick, man. That was a quick save by him right there.
Oh, real quick.
Anyways,
We got Diglets from my chat. He says,
Oh
Gary,
my God.
where should cats go to live in the world?
a good place for cats is right here in Miami. It's called Miami Beach.
Ooh.
Miami Beach was founded in 1915, the year of the cat. And if you actually go to certain places in Miami, it's like a cat sanctuary. There's so many cats in certain places there. So a good place for a cat to live would be in Cat Energy, which would be Miami Beach. But if you're a rooster, don't go anywhere near Miami Beach. It's not going to be good. Next super chat, 5/25/1979. Let's see. Can you ask one from my mom? Oh, it's your mom. Okay. So your mom is born. She's an 11 life path, born on the 25th. So again, I've always said this. I don't think much about women's intelligence, but women born on the 7th, 16th, 1 and 6 is 7, 2 and 5 is 7. So women born on the 25th do tend to be intelligent. Again, that's one of the things that got me in numerology. I didn't think it was possible, but obviously numerology proved me that I was wrong. So some of you women are actually intelligent, okay? So I keep it real. I don't give a fuck how it sounds. I keep it real. You were an 11 life path. Your mom's also a goat. So when it comes down to it, your mom's a good-looking woman. You probably don't want to hear that, but you did pay me for the reading. It's probably putting a smile on your mom's face because we know how goats are when you actually say they're pretty. They get all smiley and stuff. I still got it. That's what Bobby's saying right now. But you can be the judge of that. Yeah, so she is one of those people who can be bipolar. A lot of people born on the 25th go hot and cold very quickly, especially May 25th. My advice to you is learn to control your emotions by doing something I don't do too much, by exercising. So, yo, why do you think I'm in the middle of the table? Why do you think I'm in the middle of the table? These guys are at the side, I'm in the middle because it covers me up. Why do you think I'm in the black? Which is interesting because black adds up to an 11, and when you wear black, it makes you seem like you're a little bit thinner. See how that works? You're always learning with me, brother. So when it comes down to people who have 11 energy, they should exercise. So I'll give you an example. 11 starts with E. Emotion starts with E. And how do you burn off that emotional energy? You exercise. So if I was an 11, I would actually do that shit. I'm not emotional, though. You motherfuckers are. So you keep doing that shit. We'll go back to the super chats later. If you like the content, give us a like on all the programs. And lastly, numerology and astrology are the cheat codes in life. I'm just your guide. I am no prophet. I never said I was. I just said your prophets were fake. That's it.
All right, back to the news. Okay, so we had a popular YouTuber get arrested with a felony. This is Alex Rosen. He's a channel where he catches a lot of these older men trying to find young men and women underage.
Shocking.
We call them pedos. And basically what happened was he was doing another pedo catch, and apparently the store Steak and Shake called the police on him when he was exposing one of the workers actually being a pedo. And what happened was, at that moment, he made it clear why he was there, what was happening, and then I guess the manager called the police and said he was trespassing, and he was arrested.
Was this in California? Because they actually protect pedophiles out there.
Let's verify where this says. But it says here, breaking news. Alex Rosen was charged with a felony. First-degree harassment, misdemeanor trespass, and misdemeanor peace disturbance charges. His bond set for $15K. He's been ordered to have no contact with the alleged victim and not to return to any Steak and Shake a restaurant. Turn on a little bit. Let's see what state this is in. It should say here. Oh, Missouri.
Missouri.
Wow.
That's somewhat of a conservative state.
Now,
No surprise.
Someone like him that does catches like that, I would say that's actually a good thing to do. You're taking these guys off the street, or at least making them known to the public, because you'd be surprised. I thought by now they run out of catching these guys, but they're everywhere apparently. They're in Grindr, all these apps, and imagine your kid is not aware how the world works because of one of these apps. Their friends say, "Oh, join the app."
Yeah.
Meet one of these guys, and then, yo, bro, somebody got it. At that point, bro.
That's listen, I'm in favor of the way people in the Middle East deal with pedophiles. To be quite frank, I don't want to be too colorful here, but the way they take care of pedo, it's a permanent solution, if you know what I mean.
It's really sad. He's one of the most consistent ones too. Out of all the people that you see do this, you see a lot of people, like, especially if they had a massive career online and they clout kind of die out, they go after the pedo hunter thing. He's been doing this for consistent years, so it's kind of sad to see this. Like, this is one that even if the numbers aren't hot, you could tell he has a passion for this. He's doing this whether people are looking or not. So
good point.
He's an exception to the rule. You can tell that he's one of the few not doing it for clout. He genuinely just don't fuck with people that's pedos. So shout out to Alex.
And also, Gideon does it as well. Skeeter Jean. I'm not gonna lie, they're doing actually some good work.
But wasn't Gideon doing all Christian content last year?
Oh man,
What's the matter? That grift didn't work out too well, Gideon. What happened, bro? I thought Christ was king. I thought he was gonna leave all this internet nonsense behind and just preach the good work of the Lord. And all of a sudden, 2024 ended, and I guess his faith wavered a little bit.
This is the issue with making content off of religion. The money's not there. Here's the other issue. When you get on this path of being hardcore religious on the internet, you're held to a higher standard, which means you become a target and fixation of people because they're like looking at you as you're like God himself, which is wrong, but that's what they look at you as. And as a result, you get on this path, you become a superstar to these people that are in religion. And whatever you do is scrutinized to the highest degree, which means you cannot do anything outside of your religion. Because if you do, you're considered haram or XYZ, which is true, by the way. But no one's perfect, right? So the problem with this is that, like, especially when you're trying to make money, you can't do both. You got to choose one or the other. And as a result, no offense, Gideon, but you even said yourself, you need to make money.
Yeah.
So you're stopping the Christian thing, you're going towards doing this type of content. And I ain't mad at you, bro. But I already knew. Look at the other YouTuber that did it too, Don. Don said, "Oh, I'm taking my stance back from Christianity. I'm just making content again." Why are all these streamers that went to religion now cutting off?
Can I tell you why?
There's no money.
No, that's not the only reason. See, did you notice, and you too, Dom, did you notice last year how many religious spaces were on Twitter?
Ooh.
Christianity versus Islam. Every single space.
Yeah.
So you see, I learned a long time ago when I went to Russia, and Russia is the only place I've ever been to when I saw mosques and churches side by side. And I was over there asking birthdays, and I found out that pretty much all the imams and all the priests were 8 life paths. I'm like, oh, so 8's going to be religious, huh? I'm like, oh, it does make sense because the 8s are by the money, and the church used to be the most powerful place in the world and still is in those countries. So in 2024, the year of religion, 2024 adds up to 8. So it was an 8 universal year. So everyone was grifting that religion. Gideon, Zerka, all these guys were just grifting. Some other people we know. Only person I can say for real that I know 100% took it real is Sonny. Sonny is, but here's the thing.
Sonny Faz?
Yeah, Sonny Faz. But I expect Sonny Faz to do stuff like that because he's born in the GOAT year. I'm not saying other people haven't, but to the extent that Sonny went there, yo, good for him. But see, I always give a pass for people who are GOATs. I expect them to be religious. Other people, And mostly the people who were grifting it last year, I told you in 2025 it was coming to an end. Oh, look at that. Numerology right again.
I'd argue it's not just the money. It limits creativity. Also, like something to carry off of what you said. It's only so much you can say until the Haram police come after you and all the people calling you a hypocrite.
Haram priest can kiss my ass.
Even profanity. I mean, it's hard to push out comedy without profanity on a lot of like skits. And people, if you take that full route with Christ, you're going to have different expectations that limit your creativity. And quite frankly, it limit your ability to even be funny to the masses.
Dom, you hit the nail on the head. As a creator, you got to create.
Yeah.
It may take you down a path of, being haram or being, I want to say, not biblical.
Yeah.
And as a result, you're going to have to do things that you don't want to do per se to follow religion.
To entertain the world, you got to be worldly.
Yeah. That's a very good point.
Yeah, man. Again, stop the fucking religious grifting, man. 2024 is over. It's in the history books. The only place the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and the Talmud belong is in the history books, man. This is 2025, man. You guys are still acting like cave people. This is absolute nonsense. I'm over here telling people exactly what's going to happen based off people's birthdays, and it's happening. And I told people this year that Elon Musk would get hit financially because he's born in the year of the pig.
You're right.
It happened. I said people born in 83 would get hit hard. Didn't Adam 22 just get arrested by the feds?
Yep.
That is actually not true.
He said he was. I swear.
Okay, so let me tell you, because I actually know the
Okay.
people behind the scenes. All right, guys, news update here, breaking news. He was not arrested. What happened was Whack 100 did a play for the internet content. He came to No Jumper and basically said on the phone call that Adam was arrested this morning. That's why he's not here in the studio. And what happened
that's the
was,
clip I saw, yeah.
And what happened was Adam just, I guess he was sick or whatever, just wanted to play into it and didn't go to work that day. But they did talk to him directly. They did talk to him at his doorstep, whatever. But he didn't get arrested, no. He was not.
Okay, so this is still a bad look for him, but we do know a guy named Wes Watson who's facing legal issues now, and he's born in the year of the pig, 1983. But you know what else I said? I said it's not just people, but things. And I mentioned a certain country. I mentioned Pakistan, founded in 1947. I mentioned India, founded in 1947. I also mentioned what became of the Ottoman Empire. It was called Turkey. And Turkey was founded in 1923 by the Young Turks. It is a pig nation, and right now they're having revolts in that nation.
Yeah.
This is real. This is what you should be studying because the answers are within the numbers in the astrology because this is a virtual reality. How many times I need to tell you this? We'll get to the super chats in 5 minutes. If you want one, 98 or above.
Gary really don't miss, man. He doesn't miss. I remember last year you was telling people to watch out for California, and that shit ended in fire.
Yep. It's actually those fires started January 7, 2025, which is technically still a snake year because it didn't end until the 29th. Now, I know a majority of you guys would say, yo, Gary, that was all done on purpose because they need that 15-minute city. I agree with you. But I knew when it was going to happen. You didn't because of the numerology and astrology. But yeah. Wait, I need some buttons too, man. Push something. Push something. Because all I can do is this.
But I will say this as well. So religion is important. It has its place. And I think you can actually be smart about it and obviously do it. But making it your whole spiel isn't the way to go. Now, obviously, you should tell people the truth of what you believe is right. But don't force it on people's throats. That's not how it goes.
I'm going to force numerology down people's throats. You best believe that.
Well, is it a religion?
No, it's not a religion.
There you go.
But it is a way of life because you have to think and perceive life a certain way, the correct way. Here's the thing. I don't ask for people's faith. I ask for their logic. I give them a set of things that I say that's going to happen. See if it does, see if it doesn't. People who are religious, they don't give you logical answers. They ask for faith. I will never ask for your faith. I will ask you to look for yourself that people who are born in tiger years tend to be fighters. I'll ask you to look for yourself that people who are born in goat years tend to be extremely attractive. This is stuff I will ask you. People who are born in dog years tend to be great singers. You want some examples? Sure. Ever hear of a guy named Michael Jackson? Elvis Presley? Mariah Carey? You don't have to believe me. Stop being fucking lazy. Do their own fucking research.
And lastly, the scriptures you read, the words you read from God directly, that's what you should follow.
Do we have actual proof that that's from God directly?
Not these creators online that live a lifestyle double, where they say one thing and do the opposite. As you guys know, I say all the time, I'm not a good Christian. So it's because of this, I tell you this because I understand how things work. And in reality speaking, I'll be a damn fool to tell you, oh yeah, bro, this do XYZ when I'm doing the opposite. I know I'm the one doing is wrong. I need to get back on the right path. But then again, people say online, oh bro, I'm this and that. And then behind the scenes, Haramko, they end up doing the opposite.
But I don't see you like drinking. I've never seen you drunk in my life.
No. Well, again, I still hold true to some things, but again, I'm not where I should be.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because like, for example, I still deal with girls like crazy. So that's not like the best thing to do.
I mean, but you're not married though.
True, but you should not be fornicating before marriage.
You probably shouldn't, but you got to test the milk before you buy the cow, right?
But the Christian creators, they would argue. Yeah, the Christian creators,
bro.
they act like they live that way.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's the standard.
Listen, I got married in 2004. You best believe I was having sex with my wife before I got married, and we're still married 20 years later.
Look
so
on
it
X,
is what it is.
all these female Christian conservatives, bro, be the
Female.
biggest
Female.
Thoughts.
hoes on the street.
Yes.
So it's most of it's cap, bro.
It's a
Anyhow,
rebrand.
Back
All
to super
right,
chats.
yeah, we're gonna have to do some super
We got a
chats
bunch of
because they're catching up. Okay, let me see where I was at. Let me catch up to a few. We'll get to you guys. Don't worry. We'll get to everyone.
All right,
All right,
I
did
got some
that
here.
one? Hold on. I want to make sure I'm on the right one because I know exactly where I'm at.
Francis,
All right, there we go. 7/18/2002. When should I get married? Well, I mean, that's you got to find the right woman, bro. That, before you do that, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not going to tell you should get married. You got to find the right woman first. So here's the thing. When you get married, I can't just look at your birthday. I got to look at her birthday too. And without your birthday and her birthday, I can't give you a full reading on marriage because it would be like me giving you the latitude without the longitude. You understand? I need stuff to work with. I'm not a psychic. So that I can't help with too much. You are an 11 life path. I've been with a 5. Yeah, okay, 5 life path for 2 years. But see, here's the thing. You got to actually tell me what her birthday is. 5 and 11 is not enough. I need to know what animal sign she is. I need to know a lot of information. So it just seems to the average guy who's looking on here that I'm just making stuff up. There's a lot that goes into this, and I actually need birthdays to evaluate. So I do apologize, but I can't do it without that. What are your strengths? You're a hardworking guy. You're an old soul. Anyone who's an old soul, who's an 11, 22, 33, you've already went through the challenges of the 1 through 9. Now you got to get past the emotional challenge. That is the key for 11s. Get past your emotional energy. Here's the thing. There's 2 types of 11s. The Michael Jordans of the world, the great athletes, the Kobes of the world, the Tony Robbins, the great motivational speakers, man. Those are their 11s, but they're also the guy who shot up Columbine, the guy who shot up Sandy Hook. So when 11s don't control their emotional energy, they're a detriment to society. Make sure you control yours. It is what it is. All right, let's do some
also
more.
real quick, guys, for my chat, if you want to super chat, it has to be on Rumble only, a fresh start, because obviously, so a fresh start on Rumble is how you can get your super chats read for this show from me. All right.
Next, 7/8/1993. Oh, you again. Okay. I see 111 a lot. I lose money, and why all the people around, even my family, ask me to borrow money from me, but I start broke. No one helped me, or even the family. Yeah, well, I mean, welcome to life, bro. You're a one life path, and no one helped you in life, but everyone's asking you for help. So I'm going to assume this just by your birthday. You're born on the 8th, and you probably got more money than most. Okay? Saying if your family's asking you for money and everyone's asking you for money, it's because they can't do it on their own. Listen, I have no issues helping my mother, helping my dad when he was alive, helping people in the family. It's just like the, other people you got to watch out for, man. The people who are fair weather fans. Oh, they're good with you when it's good, but when times are down, they want nothing to do with you. You're a loyal guy. You're born in 1993. You want to help everyone. All right, here's my advice to you. Don't. Do not help everyone. I'm going to give you a quote right here, Fresh. I want you to think about it. There's not many people who I've hurt in life that I regret hurting. But there's a lot of people in life I regret helping.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. I put a lot of people on. I mean, a lot of people on.
They turned on you.
And some of them have. Most of them haven't. Some of them have. This is why I don't put on 9s anymore. Okay? They're about as loyal as a back alley whore.
Goats, right?
Okay? Goats. Male goats I can deal with. The female goats I'll never trust. But see, there's things I'll tell you off that, there are some goats you can trust if there's certain things you can see in them. And I'll tell you what those are offline. I don't want to spread all my information here, but it is what it is. Going back to you, my friend, the reason you see 111 is because you're more evolved than most people. That's why. You're also an 11. 11s are more tapped in. So you're going to see stuff like a 111. You're going to see stuff like 1111. Most people who are 11s, 22s, and 33s, you see that your whole life. Guess what? It's always been there. You're just noticing it now. And all the other people don't see it. You remember see that movie, They Live? Remember that movie, They Live?
Yeah.
With Rob,
those
what's his name?
glasses.
Yeah, Rodney Piper was in the movie. So imagine everyone else who's a 1 through 9 is like this. But you, as an 11, 22, 33, are like this. You can see things they can't. And it's because your vibrational energy is at a much higher level than the 1 through 9s. And guess what? If you're mad at me, I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you what it is. And no one's going to correct me because there's not a goddamn person in this world who knows numerology better than me, including the people who work for the Rothschilds. Yeah, I fucking said it.
Wow.
Got me fucked up, man.
Dropping bombs, bro.
Let's see. Any more super chats?
I got
over
one here, actually.
Go ahead.
Schmeebles. Shout out to you.
What the hell is a Schweeble?
Trust me, you don't want to know. Schmeebles actually donated $100. Wow. Thank you, brother. Fresh. Keep doing what you do. F the haters. Gary, my birthday is 28/02/92. Wanting a breakdown, and I want to leave Australia for USA to invest in property.
You should.
And live.
You should, because you're a monkey and a monkey, and this would be a monkey nation. So what you have to understand is, and by the way, I'm going to say this again for all the foreigners. It's the month before the day. It's a pet peeve of mine. We are Americans, and we want to see it in American format. So this is for all you Europeans out there, all you Australians out there. We consider you guys coming from a shithole. So when you're in America, actually do it correctly. So going back to your problems, my friend, you should definitely come to America. Look what happened with this motherfucker over here. What year are you born?
92.
92. Same year as this guy. You came to Miami,
Schmeebles.
which is a monkey nation. In a monkey city, you've thrived.
Schmeebles, you know what's funny? What he's saying to you now, I would not have believed until now. Because you, like myself, are very similar. And where you're at, you want better for yourself. But it's not possible where you're at.
No, that's
so leaving your comfort zone, like what I had to do 12 years ago, is the same for you, brother. And listen, I'm not the best at numerology, but I'll tell you this right now, bro. Here in America, I feel like just off of knowing you from Zoom calls and how we talked on the phone, you will do amazing here in America, bro. The mindset, the work ethic, everything is there. Just you're in the wrong location.
Yeah, he's not kissing your ass. He's telling the truth, because I can see it by the numerology. You would do best in America. And that goes for anyone born in the monkey year. I don't give a fuck if you're in Germany, Zimbabwe, or some fucking shithole anywhere else. If you come into America and you're born in the monkey year, you will thrive just because of the energy. But guess what? The opposite's true for tigers. Andrew Tate just found that out. Andrew Tate's born in the tiger year, came to a monkey country, and he caught a case.
He's being attacked.
It is what it is. And I'm not going to go any more into that, but that's the whole point. You're not supposed to be around your enemy energy. Look what happened. It's very simple.
The girl in that accusation, when's her birthday?
Let's go now a little bit later.
Okay.
We'll see if you guys can connect the dots a little bit later.
Okay.
Anyways, going back for you, you're born on the 28. 28 is the number of wealth. And quite frankly, you can manifest money a lot easier than everyone else because you're born on 28. So is Bill Gates. So is Carlos Slim. So is Elon Musk. So when it comes, and by the way, Elon Musk's new kid is born on February 28th, just like you. He had it on that day for a reason. Come to America, get your bag, brother.
Well said. All right, we got another one here. Eric, 84619, $100 super chat. Yo, we need a Don DeMarco on this or something. We need a big thank you for the guys supporting. Thank you very much. He says, CEO Network in the house, male, born 8/28/92.
Another 28.
Yo, my guys, man.
19, what year?
92.
92. Another monkey?
He was born at 8:28 a.m. in California.
Yo, so we have two 28s who are born in the monkey years. You notice the 28's got the money, they're the one donating?
Bro.
You notice that? So 28's the number of wealth. And here's how you know this, okay? There's billion-dollar companies like Apple. Let's break it down. Apple was founded by Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was born 2/24/1955. So I know some of the people out there are slow, especially the haters. I'm going to do this real slow for you. 2 + 2 + 4 + 1 + 9 + 5 + 5 is 28. See how simple that was? And he started Apple. The company started Apple. On January 3rd, 1977. 131977 adds up to 28. And he incorporated Apple on 4/1/1976. 4/1/1976 adds up to 28. What are the chances, bro? What are the chances? And it's a $1 billion company. It's one of the richest companies cash-wise in the world. And guess what? The new CEO is Steve Cook. He's also 28. Life path. Not born on 28. But here is the kicker. Who actually loans $1 billion companies money?
The banks?
Donors?
Not the banks. Who has more money than the banks?
I just know the Fed.
The asset managers. Who are the asset managers? State Street, BlackRock,
Yeah.
and the most important one is Vanguard. Because when it comes down to it, BlackRock is a public company. You, me, everyone else can invest in it. Do you know who owns 10% of BlackRock? Vanguard. So Vanguard actually, and Vanguard's private. Vanguard is actually calling all the shots, okay? And Vanguard was founded 5/1/1975. 5/1/1975 adds up to 28. And there I will take my fucking bow. Because I just educated you more than anything you're learning in the goddamn Quran, anything in the damn Bible, anything in the Torah, Talmud. This is real. You can look back and you can check all the stats. This is all real. All that stuff is make-believe, or maybe it's real, but you can't prove it. You can't prove it. I got two Christians here, okay? They believe, here's the thing. I will tell them every single time. They cannot produce a shred of evidence that could stand up in the court of law that Jesus existed or he's real.
What?
But,
Wait,
hold on. But I can't produce any evidence that he wasn't real. I will stand by that.
All right, Gary, I'll get some evidence, brother. Trust me. Hold on. Everyone's going to see at some point. Hold on. When he comes back to life. Sorry. Back to Earth.
Okay.
Everyone's going to see anyway, so. But, okay, he says he lives in Brickell now, actually. Looking for a general overall reading. So you gave him that. Pretty dope. Eric, hold on. I got a meeting this Saturday, actually, for my student network. It's a free meetup here in Miami. I'll post the location in the chat. If you guys support me, support membership. I love you guys, man. A free meetup. Everything's paid for. Just show up. We got you guys.
You want me to show up and give people readings?
That'll be dope. Also, I'm getting a Lamborghini for you guys to drive in. So if you've never been in a Lamborghini ever in your life, this is your first chance to get in a Lamborghini for free. I'll talk to you one-on-one.
How come they can't get in your Ferrari?
Hey, man, that's hey. It's a free meetup, brother.
Ask him.
Hold on. It's a free meetup. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put some barriers there. But we're gonna have a meet and greet. We're gonna do some.
If you have some double D's, you could get it a Ferrari.
Hold on, we're gonna do some sports. We're gonna have a lunch, just a men being men, and then we're gonna have a game session, bowling, arcade games, and then of course maybe an after party if things go right.
Arcade games, bro.
Hey man, it's community, brother. Okay, cool. And then Gary, 4/08/05. He's an Aries.
For April 8th, 2005.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another one life path and rooster. So again, we have a person who's extremely aggressive. We have a person who's extremely blunt, extremely loyal. If he doesn't like you, you're gonna know it right away. This guy, he's gonna be in your face. That's exactly how he's gonna be. My advice to you: this is going to be a good year for you because you're a rooster. This is a snake year, so go hard this year. Knows almost everyone who's donating is born on the 8th or the 28th, and those are the two money numbers.
They got money.
You see how they
got
prove
money.
me right every single time? The only thing that I have not been proved right about is the goddamn likes on this goddamn video.
Facts, man.
You guys are starting to piss me off, man. And you know what? This is why I'm going to go into retirement next year, man. Because I'm out here holding you guys, entertaining you guys. I'm doing everything but tap dancing. I'm not the black guy here, okay? I'm not going to do that shit. So when it comes down to it, I need some more goddamn likes.
I'll tell you this, bro. Gary, you give a lot of value because you don't have to work right now, but you still do. So that's pretty dope. Okay. Any more chats from?
But hold on. That clown in the very beginning said we're all broke.
You know what's the worst part of being a creator? You can show the world all your assets. They'll still find shit to talk about, even though it's not true. So to me, it's like, I'm going to remain. I'm going to... Look, you know what they said about all my cars? They're rentals.
Yeah, they hit.
Last time I checked, you can't put a custom plate on a rental car because it's not your car.
That's why I used to tell Andrew Tate, oh, his cars are rentals. But that was like 218, 219. They probably were back then.
Listen. This is just common sense here, which is why I made a whole gang, common sense gang. And as a result, as a creator, you got to understand, this is a marathon, not a sprint. If people talk shit about you and you're upset by it, cool. Well, guess what? They don't need to know everything.
Yeah.
And this is why those that survive are more secretive. And they tell the audience stuff, of course, but like it's limited, not everything. So, because they'll use it against you for sure in the future. All right. Also.
Yeah. By the way, I do apologize.
Shout out to Myron for rating.
For having all these phones, but I'm actually an important person.
Yeah.
So this is my everyday phone. This is a Samsung 25 Galaxy. I know you guys talk shit about me having Apple, but this is actually more expensive. Here's an Apple. Only people who have this number right here are people worth about like $5 to $10 million. Because quite frankly, if this phone picks up, if it calls right now, I'm out of here because they pay me enough to leave. Okay, and quite frankly, none of you motherfuckers are getting this phone number either. Okay, now this one right here, this is specifically for TikTok, so they don't cancel me in case I'm hooked up with some other things that've been suspended, so I can't do this. This is another I use for GG33 business, and you motherfuckers ain't in GG33, but some of you guys are, so some of you guys have this number, but I need these phones. Okay. Sorry, the table's cluttered.
And we got one more super chat from Rumble. Thanks for supporting, guys. 01-18-1985. Capricorn.
01-18-1995.
He wants money making advice.
01-18-1995. So you're a 7 life path, and what that basically means is you got to work smarter, not harder. You're not here to do physical labor. You're basically here to think. My advice to you is to go in the tech field. And that is the most likely way for you to make money. Elon Musk is a 7 life path, born on the 28th, but he's a 7. Larry Ellison's a 7. Even my good buddy, who happens to be a liberal, Mark Cuban, is a 7 life path. Let me tell you something. If Mark Cuban can be a billionaire, any motherfucker out there could be a fucking billionaire. It's honestly that simple, man. This fool. Well, actually, you know what? I'll just email him directly. I don't want to talk shit about him.
Mark Cuban?
Yeah. Mark Cuban. Shout out to him. Too much of a punk to ever fucking debate me. You know this guy? He would email me every day during the pandemic, but he would never debate me live on the spaces. And I'm like, okay, debate me. He's like, no, you debate this guy. And he actually sent guys in there to debate with me because he wouldn't do it himself, man.
I wonder why.
Straight coward, man.
I wonder why. Anyhow.
Dumbass traded
Not
Lucre.
surprised. All right, what's the next story? By the way, guys, again, meet up this Saturday, the 29th, CO Network. We're going to do a meet and greet, some sports, lunch with the boys, and then, of course, arcade and some activities, and then the Lambo driving. We're doing that as well. But first time in a Lambo. Hey, man, it's fun, bro. Check it out.
Okay.
Community, man, community.
That's so kids, you babysitting in the arcade.
There's more to do there, bro.
I'll tell you what, man. I might come if he takes me to a Ferrari, but I refuse to get in the Lambo.
Hey, man. It's a free event, man. Come on, man. All right. Breaking news. Dom, you want to cover this one?
Yeah, I got you. So we got the super gooner right here. It's a dude that was called.
The hell is
this
that?
woman is a gooner. If you don't know, you don't.
Is that slang term for a white person?
Well,
no, gooner means like you're jerking off, basically.
Oh, like a simp watching porn.
Yes.
yeah,
Gotcha.
those are gooner.
Okay.
Basically.
So this babysitter up in Kansas, she called the law because the child that she was watching claimed that there was a monster under her bed. She went to go check, and it was this 27-year-old Martin Villalobos Jr.
What?
The police went under the bed, arrested the man, and right now they put a protection order.
That's Trump's fault. ICE was looking for him, so he had to hide.
Yeah, it's pretty odd. Right now, they haven't confirmed if he's an illegal alien or not, but he does have a Latino type name, so that's yet to be defined.
Wow.
But it's a pretty weird case in itself that you got a dude hiding under a little girl's bed. I mean, who actually expects to see a monster under the bed when you're told to check?
I'm sorry, bro.
That's a scary monster right there too, man.
If I was her dad, bro,
Put him to work.
I would have.
I ain't gonna lie. This low-key makes
Ain't
me
no
think
way,
about.
bro.
That's the second time you did that, bro.
You know, hold on.
Man, your people are violent.
No. You know what it is, bro?
Yeah.
That shit right there, bro, affects a kid forever.
Yeah.
And if they touch my kid, bro, it's a wrap, bro.
But bro, at the same time, it's important to show like this is what shows the importance of listening to your kids. Because had they just ignored that, like, oh, it's no monsters under the bed, go to sleep. The worst could have happened.
Your
So
kid
when I
tells
see
you there's
this-
a monster under the bed. You gonna believe him?
all I'm saying is
My
always
kid
listen.
told me that shit last week, bro.
I'm just showing. This says like to always listen, man, because you can never know. You never know what they might be on. You know, it might not always just be a childish blabble. It could be something that could save their life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. You know, sometimes, you know, you have dads coming home, and you know the boyfriends have to hide. So you know, under the bed, it might be a
But
monster.
this is the issue with what happened to Alex Rosen. He was arrested for catching niggas like this.
Yeah.
That are out there right now on Grindr, all this bullshit, talking to kids, and it's like, bro, they need to be excommunicated, bro. Everything, they need to be exiled from everything, bro. But again, this is America, bro.
And the crazy thing about these people is how creative they are, bro, to get at kids. Like if you start studying these people,
Roblox.
they're very creative.
Video games.
That's what I was going to. Roblox.
Bro.
They have a code
Old
there.
man
There's
playing
codes
video
there.
games. Where have we heard that one before?
Interesting.
But they have very, very like organized organizations in there to
Telegram
recruit children.
chats.
Yeah.
Private Facebook chats. It's scary, bro. Your kids are in danger, guys. So watch their social media a lot. What's the next one? Oh, yeah. You go to the next one with Alex. Should be the top. Yeah, right there. So yeah, this is him being arrested by the cops for trying to catch one of these guys in real time. Look at the comments real quick, if you don't mind, Bills. This had 9 million impressions, by the way. 9 million views. Come on a little bit. Did they make it in fucking... Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, the Ghibli. Yeah, everyone's getting
Really,
Ghibli,
bro?
Damn.
Wow.
All the Ghiblis are raw right now.
Wow. They got himself a ginger. I used to be a ginger before I had white hair.
Really?
Yeah, I used to be a ginger.
But that's crazy.
How'd you change?
Stress.
All right, bro.
I've been married for 20 years, bro. What the hell you think?
But yeah, free Alex Rosen, man. I think he should be out by now. But going to jail protecting people that need help is crazy, bro.
That's nuts.
Also, shout out to him, G Down the rest that do this for a living. But him and Skeeter Jean do an amazing job.
Sure.
All right, go to my Twitter account now. There's a few things we want to
let's go.
review on that Twitter account too. But anyways, before we do, let's do a few more super chats.
All right.
Because they keep on coming.
Guys,
Okay.
thank you for supporting the podcast.
I
man.
am a woman, 7/18/2002. My boyfriend of 2 years is 1/1/2001. When should we get married? Okay. Okay, you guys need to talk about something because I need to do calculations in my head and I can't talk and do this at the same time.
Hold on, real quick. Myron just rated the chat. Myron Gaines rated the chat. Myron Gaines X. Shout out to you, bro, for supporting. Love you, man. He rated on Rumble and YouTube. The OSS gang is in here watching. Y'all niggas are crazy, by the way, but thank you for supporting the show as well. So,
Shout out Myron.
yep, the boss himself.
Me and
Okay,
Myron-
sorry, go ahead.
I said me and Myron start hosting spaces on X real soon.
Yes,
Should be
guys.
next week, yeah.
Special announcement. Actually, I need like a trumpet or something. There's gonna be a show with Dom and Myron covering trending news every week on X.
Yeah.
They can keep it real, uncensored, and to the point. And guys, just so you know, Dom is the guy that covers the biggest news in the world. He's number one on Twitter for news that I know of. He's respected, and he's one of the boys. So
I don't even pay attention to anyone else.
Yeah, facts, bro. And
But your names.
Dom, how'd you start getting into news, bro? Because obviously you put like the icon, breaking news. What made you get into like pushing news, bro?
Just really longevity, seeing how other creators, like when they have a viral moment, if they can't put an identity behind them, they fade away. So I was seeing that news specifically on X was being pushed by Elon Musk. And I was like, being a journalist had more longevity. So I really just started studying it, mastering my craft with it. But I didn't want to just be known as like an influencer or a creator. I wanted to have some type of title behind me to add some longevity to it. I thought journalism was a good one.
And you guys should have really watched that show because it will definitely get better ratings than ours.
There you go.
It'll be wild. Yeah,
Anyways, going back to you, I had to do some calculations. So the 7/18/2002 and the 1/1/2001. You should not get married this year. If you're gonna get married next year. Right now, you're in a 7-year cycle, so you have to wait till your 8-year cycle starts. Your 8-year cycle doesn't start until your birthday hits next year. So between I would say July and December of next year. That is when you should get married, at least based on the 2 birthdays you gave me. And yes, your strengths are you're extremely hardworking. Your strengths are you're an old soul, and a lot of people open up to you. Your biggest weakness is basically, I mean, I'll say it, man. You're born on the 18th. 1 and 8 is 9. 9 is the person who cares the most about looks. And the fact that your man is a 5 life path, the best looking number, says a lot about it. It is what it is, but you got to control your emotions. Don't let them control you. I'll say that to all 11s. Next one, 7/28, 1992, 5/29, 1999, looking for insight in places to live, settle down, relationship, compatibility, other general stuff. Okay, we can do that. So we have an 8 life path, and we have a 11 life path. That's a decent combination. The person who's born on the 28th is going to be the one who pulls the money. The person who's born on the 29th is going to be more about charisma, things of that nature. I'm going to assume the guy born in 1992 is the man. The other one's the woman. Quite frankly, she's a gold digger. And that's not going to say that in a bad way, okay? Because women go out there, look a certain way so they can attract a man of a certain value. So all I'm saying is she's about that bag, bro. She really is about that bag. And quite frankly, you're born on the 28th. I've said this all the time. You have it. Is it a bad combination? No. Are you soulmates? No, not at all. I'm not. Just because you give me money doesn't mean I'm going to sugarcoat things. I'm going to lie to people. I don't care. Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. This is why the billionaires come to me for readings. Because if I need to tell someone to divorce their wife, I will. I talked to a guy worth about $30 billion, and I told him you should divorce your wife, and he's actively doing things to actually get it done within the next. When I actually told him to do it. Get it prepared by then. Yeah, they take this shit seriously, bro. I told him to divorce his wife, do it because she's going to take his bag. So before that prenup runs out, do what you got to do, bro. But going back to you, your wife is a psychologist. She's actually really good at it. She's very charismatic. She definitely got that body you like. She definitely got that. Man, those 11s, when, they actually... take care of themselves. They got nice fucking bodies.
Coke bottle?
Yeah, bro. It's and the one's born in the second too. If you're looking to get married, I would say wait until 2028. Sorry, no, that's not what you want to hear. It is what it is.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't sugarcoat. If you want a live reading, 90 or above. If not, the chat bot does it for anything below. Let's go.
All right. And guys, again, you can donate on Rumble, a fresh start on Rumble.
Shout out to Chris.
Shout out to Chris is from Rumble as well. All right. We got Gary's Twitter.
Yeah, let's go to my Twitter real quick. I can't actually see this, so if we can move it a little bit.
What's the first one here?
All right. What's that? Let's go. If you want to join GG33, go to there. Okay, that's me over there showing people to watch. Keep going down. Keep down. I talk a lot of shit on Twitter. All right, right there, right there. Yep, let's do this. Let's play this video right here. This is Turkey.
Is that Pikachu? Yeah, what? Is this Pokemon Go in Turkey?
Yep.
What the heck?
Do a protest.
Yep.
Bruh. Yo.
Let's watch.
That nigga skipping?
Go.
Hold on, let's play the video.
Yo, play the video. There's no way, bro.
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
They're protesting in Turkey because the country was founded in 1923, Year of the Monkey. If you go back to my videos, I said this was going to happen. The president of Turkey is going to have problems. This is just a start. Pikachu, I guess. Where the hell's Raichu? And the reason I know this is not because I'm a fan. It's because my kids actually drag me to these things. You know what the funny part is?
Yeah.
Last time that my kids dragged me to a convention, 5-6 people in there knew me. And this one guy was negotiating with me about a Charizard that I bought. And I'm like, okay, I'll give you this, but I'm not going to give you any more. And he's like, you know what? Give me a picture and this. I'm like, deal. So I'm getting discounts for Pokemon cards. That's how you know I made it. The fuck with everything else.
W, man.
I'm getting discounts on Pokemon cards, man.
Not bad at all. All right. What's the next one?
Keep going down. Keep going down. I mean, that's not something you see every day.
Not at all. Holy.
Oh, yeah. Why don't we hit this real quick?
All right, so what happened here, bro?
So right here, the baseball season started today. Again, I understand I work with a whole bunch of black people. You guys don't care, but you can make money off this. So baseball, this is 2 overs that actually hit. That's why I put GG. You know why I actually put GG33 in there? Because other people will actually copy and paste that and pretend they actually did it. You fucking scam artists, okay? All the other numerologists follow me would do that. Guess what? You can copy and paste me. You can't copy and paste that, motherfuckers, because they ain't real for you. So, here's my point. There's people who gamble in crypto, and crypto's gambling. Yeah. And there's people who gamble in stocks, and stocks is gambling. But this is where they draw the line, sports betting. Sports betting is haram. All the other stuff is really kosher or whatever the hell you guys want to say. But this is haram. So guess what? I'm going to keep doing haram things and keep getting paid. Let's keep going down.
Well, that's a big payout, so. I don't like that.
Yeah, man, it is what it is. A little something. And this is me yesterday, turning 6,000 into 21,000. Keep going down. That's the day before, turning 5,000 to 20,000. And again, this is all haram, right? Yeah, okay, that's why you keep praying and I keep with it. All right, let's keep going down. Get out of that one. I got some other ones.
We didn't give people like a way to follow plays, bro, so they can make money too.
Yep. Follow me on. Oh yeah. Let me see. What is this one? Oh no, that's just a video of me talking shit. We'll get plenty of those. Keep going down. Keep going down. What's this right here? Oh yeah. Turn this on. This is funny. So
they're not paying for the.
No, go in the very start. Go in the very start. So this is me coming down here today with my chauffeur.
Yo, I'm in the express lane. See these people lapping me? They're not paying for the road. But my buddy, I'm in his car right now. I'm not going to show because he's embarrassed and everything. But you actually paid for this, right? Yes, sir. You paid to be in this lane. So in a city full of traffic, you paid to be in more traffic. Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
Hey,
remember, not all millionaires are smart.
All right, turn this up. I want to make this clear, man. If I'm around you, I will cook you. Okay? If you fuck up, I will cook you, man. I don't care who the fuck you are.
Well,
Chef Boyardee, motherfucker. That's going to be my new day. They call me Gary the Numbers Guy. On here, it's going to be Chef Boyardee.
Usually, it's not like that. But yeah, that is
Normally it moves
crazy.
faster.
Yeah, normally it's faster.
Normally it's faster, but it is what it is. By the way, we're not getting those likes fast enough. What the hell is wrong with you people, man? I'm going to start talking down to you like I'm on TikTok.
Yeah, likes are free, guys. Go to Fairbuck.
You know, a lot of other things free in the city.
The next, the next clip that I brought up. Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, that would.
So Ian Miles, this is Elon's guy, right? He posted.
I did a podcast with him.
Saying a cheap way of getting attention. So let's play, I guess. What the?
I hope we're still friends. Yeah, I hope you don't mind.
Is that India?
I hope we're still. I hope we're still friends. Yeah, I hope you don't mind.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Just a ran through white girl wearing a dress who wants attention. All right, whatever.
Well,
okay, women can do that.
Aren't women in India like sacred or something like that, or like special?
Shit.
White women actually travel to India so they can get noticed.
What?
There you go.
I swear to God, it happens, man.
Like, what?
Actually, the Caribbean too. Actually, there's a whole economy built off of like.
That's how you got here.
Yeah.
Sex tour. Well, hold on.
I was seeing on the
What
raps
it
and
is
shit, yeah.
in Jamaica, Barbados, they come to Barbados, girls from the UK, Canada, and
Shit's
America,
crazy, man.
because dating over here is tough. But over there is like, oh, she's white, she's a queen, and basically they get the beach treatment. They go to the beach, they tan, and then they meet a guy. Before you know it, they're at a party, ghetto party, getting lit. So
once they get knocked up and then the abortion comes.
yeah, and it's funny, they take care of some of the guys too. So for example, let's say you're broke in that island, and the girl likes you. She's older. She's probably divorced. She'll take care of you.
That shit's crazy.
You hear that, Simps? The woman who divorced you is taking care of some black guy in
They
the
said
Caribbean.
never let your girl go out on a vacation. Never let your girl go out on
Girls
vacation to
trips,
the Caribbeans by
solo
themselves, bro.
trips, bro. They're gonna
That's
meet.
even
You're a
yes.
sip.
They're gonna meet somebody, bro. Trust me. Trust me. All right.
And then you can be taking care of a kid who's in yours.
It's an L, bro. White women get L's. The quickest a man's point has ever been proven in history. All right, let's play it. There we go.
I learned a lot about women. I think I learned exactly how the fall of man occurred in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, and Adam said one day, wow, Eve, here we are at one with nature, at one with God. We'll never age, we'll never die, and all our dreams come true the instant that we have them. And Eve said, yeah, it's just not enough, is it?
Well, that's not funny.
I was just waiting for more.
Well, that was kind of his point.
Yo.
That's kind of what he was saying. I mean,
I learned a lot about women.
It's never enough.
That's ironic. But I mean, he didn't lie though. Back in the Bible, when it spoke about the Garden of Eden, God gave them everything: animals, to master, fruits, water, everything you could think of. It was a perfect place to be.
Should have given the bitch a chastity belt.
And God told them, you don't need anything. You should not want them anything because I give you everything. But Eve still wanted more. And isn't it funny? Nowadays,
Woman wants more.
you can give her the world.
Yeah.
A credit card, monthly payment, a kid, a car, a house. And isn't it funny? Tom Brady, a man of stature, success, the pinnacle of football fans, I guess, ideal guy in some aspects, still had the world, and his girl still cheated.
They get used to it.
Hey man,
They get used to
what are
the
you talking about?
benefit.
Yo,
But that's the point. You can't make her happy, because when you try to go down that path, if God can't do it, bro, nigga, who are you? Like, dude, who are you? So it's tough, man. Okay, Drama Alert posted Sophie Rain is going mega viral with unconfirmed allegations that she's lying about her age. The posts regarding it are being copyrighted as well. Not clear yet who's behind the copyright claims. So apparently she's older than she claimed to be.
A
And,
woman
common, though.
A woman lying, never.
I mean, no.
I hear that's common, and that's crazy because you
It
have
ain't
same
so.
women like that claiming the wall don't exist. Nigga, what you lying about the age for if the wall isn't real? It has to be real, and it confirms everything that men are saying is true. Because they're lying about their age because they feel like they're less desirable the older they get.
And when you sleep around, something starts stinking. It is what it is, man.
Well, apparently she's from Florida, so it's funny. A lot of people here in Florida, and Florida's very small, by the way. It seems big, but Florida's very small, and they're confirming these allegations that she's actually older. So we'll see what happens, but that's the news right now with her. Okay, Drama Alert.
Ban OnlyFans.
Oh, we should. Fears
For
that China
PO19.
will end. Oh yeah, this is actually crazy, guys. Fears that China will end up with the American DNA data of the 23andMe files for bankruptcy protection. California's Attorney General urges users to delete their data. So what's happening here is basically, you know that whole ancestry thing where you can find your
The scam.
yeah. So that was found to be going bankrupt. And what happens is if China gets control of this information, they have your DNA, all your info, and I don't know why, but people are aiming towards being more J, and we got some creators that we know are now them boys, and it's like, wait a minute, all of a sudden now you're them boys from this 23andMe. I just find it funny, but
let me say a few things about this, man, because I always talk about having common sense. Okay, you don't put tattoos on you because you don't want to give the police another way to identify you. Okay, that's one of the reasons you don't put tattoos on you. Not because it's haram, but because you don't want the police to identify you, man. You don't want to make it easy for them. Okay, and I'm to the point where I don't have facial recognition on my phone. I don't want them having that information. But you morons out there, you thought it was a good idea to find out your ancestry, which was a scam. And now they have all your data. And now they're going to sell it to the highest bidder like a fucking high-priced whore. And you got played, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. And here it all goes back to common sense. Why would you give people your information if you don't have to? If the police officer pulls you over, in most cases, you have to give them your ID. That's a legitimate thing. When you go and vote, for some reason you don't need an ID. Thank you, Democrats. But when you go to the bank, they need to see some ID before you check out money. Those are legitimate reasons. This is not legitimate. This is bullshit. And if you got caught up with it,
That's on you.
Accountability, you dumb motherfucker.
Regardless, BlackRock got the other one. They got Ancestry.com.
Of course they do.
BlackRock already has
So
Ancestry.com.
they already said, we don't need this one. You can have it, China.
Yeah, so there's already one already in the hands. So it's cool.
Absolutely amazing, man. Absolutely amazing.
But
It is what it is.
A clone war going on pretty soon. Return of the clones.
Hey, man. I'm with Emperor Palpatine.
Lil Mabu reveals she's
Jedi
now
are
dating
evil.
Bonnie Blue, which is the woman that slept with 1,000 men in 24 hours.
That shit has to be
keeping it real, bro. This is probably cap. There's no way this is actually true. And also, it's marketing and content.
Look at that smile on his face. You know
It's
that
gotta
shit's
be
as
content.
fucking phony as a $3 bill, bro. You wouldn't be fucking happy lay with no fucking whore that ran through by 1,000 men. You dumb motherfucker, man.
Now, I don't know if telling this was a good PR stunt, but I can't imagine you laying next to her in bed talking to your about dating her as a good thing.
Have you noticed fresh like humiliating content has started being pushed by the creators themselves?
Yes.
Like they're promoting humiliating, like getting cheated
There's
on
a reason.
and things
There's
like
a
that.
reason for this because when you don't have talent behind this mic, when you don't have life experiences, when you can't be entertaining, the only thing you can do is one of two things: go after other people like Abba and Preach and just attack them, or make a fool of yourself.
Yeah.
And most people don't have, or as a woman, you know, if you're a woman, you can do that. Okay. But those are the three ways that most people make it big, just like that jackass we were talking about in the very beginning.
Yeah.
He attacked Tate. You know, here's the thing. If you have no talent, this is the way. And most of you fuckers have no talent. So I don't expect you to do what me and these guys do. You keep doing that.
Yeah, it's
So
sad
sad.
because I see a lot of young streamers that are coming up doing this as well. And it's like, bro, like, you're teaching other men or young kids to do this and it's acceptable. And listen, we all have fun with girls like this. Well, not like her, but like other girls. But putting that where it seems like it's normal and normalized like this, where it's like, okay, you're gonna actually date these women. Listen, I've had your fun, bro, but like this is crazy. So, well, look at the comments though. Comments have me dying, bro.
I'm just seeing it as a whole, like just the culture is starting to glorify. It's almost like it's undoing everything that y'all worked hard for, really, because it's glorifying whores now. And it's not just that. You see it on the top
Some of you guys
streamers,
call
bro,
those
that-
your mothers and sisters and all that. But
Like, when has it
Yeah.
become an era where only fan thoughts have to be on the top streams now? Like, and it's not even the grilling.
I've
them.
been guilty of that myself, man.
Yeah, they're on
You know
every
what I'm
top
saying?
stream,
I
but it's
actually-
not.
I actually cut them down. When
Yeah,
they
but that's
come
the
on,
difference.
though.
That's what I said. It's not educational. It's not grilling them. It's not a compare and contrast. They're just there to be there, and it's like it doesn't feel much different in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's the same strategy, just different people.
All right, let's do some super chats real quick. 8/2/1991 female. Is there any good rooster cities for me to move into? So here's the thing. When you're a snake, you want to be in the snake city. When you're a monkey, you want to be in the monkey city. Roosters are a little bit different because when you get two cocks together, they actually start the fight.
Yo,
That's
pause.
why, you know, if I have like a mother, which I do, who's a rooster, and my wife who's a rooster, you leave them long enough together, there's gonna be some drama. So for a rooster to live in the rooster city probably wouldn't be as effective as it would to be in the snake city or to be in the ox city. Good ox city is San Diego. Good snake city is Las Vegas. Those are good places. I'm not sure Chicago, Illinois is the best place for you. You are a 3 life path, which means you're always going to look young for your age. You are born in the second. You're a female, so you should have that nice Coca-Cola body. Even though you're born 81, roosters, I consider them the second best looking sign after the goat. But you know, when it comes down to it, it's still like Michael Jordan in the NBA. Michael's here, Akeem Olajuwon, the second best player here. So it's a little bit of a gap, but you know, you still have it as a person who's a 3 life path, even though you're older. My advice to you: probably develop a network. Anyone who is a 3 life path who wants to succeed in life, they have to develop a network. Lastly, you have that one energy that's going to kick in right after your birthday. Right now, you're in a 9-year cycle. 9 is a time when you have to cut people off. Basically, get rid of everything in your life that isn't working for you. And in 1 year, you get more aggressive in life. That's what you do. Rooster should actually do well in the snake year. Next super chat. Okay, damn. Damn, girl. You got to give me like 5 birthdays in here, man. Damn. Okay, well, you're a Leo, so that's to be expected. Always wanting more from others. Anyways, 8/5/1987. Cat born, who's a 38 version of 11, 5-day. Okay, let's talk about you. You're an 11 cat. So here's how cats operate. They're very different than roosters. If a rooster doesn't like you, you're gonna know it right away.
Right away?
You know, you're gonna know it right away if they don't like you. If a cat doesn't like you, yo, what's up, my dude? You know what I'm saying? What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's how cats operate,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay.
The bigger the smile, the sharper the knife. So when it comes down to cats, they aren't really team players. They like doing things themselves. They like doing things their way. You ever hear of a guy named by the name of Frank Sinatra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had the song called My Way because that's how cats operate. Michael Jordan was the best basketball player alive. He had a second teammate called Scottie Pippen.
Yep.
You know he didn't take Scottie Pippen out once for dinner?
Damn.
Not once?
Not one time. Yeah, Pippen was on PVD's podcast. He said
That's
that.
crazy
Not
as hell.
one time. So again, he's a cat. Cats are extremely selfish. They're about themselves. So that doesn't surprise me at all. Imagine this guy helped you win 6 rings. You have to take it out to one freaking
Shit's
dinner, man. That's not crazy
That's
because
wild.
he's a cat. It is what it is. So moving on, as an 11 life path cat, you're going to have to study human nature and human emotion. That is probably the best thing you can do. You can look in people's eyes and basically go deeper than most people. That's a skill. My girl, 6'10", 1988. So you have a woman born in the first, so she's kind of alpha. You have a woman born in the year of the dragon. That's kind of alpha. So when it comes down to it, you can get some pushback. She's probably the only person who does push you back because you don't want to deal with people who do. 11 version, blah, blah, blah. Bought $2 million business in 2003 cat year. Should I focus on? I probably sell the business before the rooster year hit. So if you bought the business in a cat year and you're a cat, sell it in a rooster year because at some point, either you or that business will have trouble. You want to see how this works in everyday life? So Facebook was founded in 2004, the year of the monkey. Anyone want to look up Facebook stock in 2022? Look up Facebook stock in 2022, the year of the tiger. See what happened to Mark Zuckerberg's company. He got fucking hammered. So if you have a company and you know the enemy year is coming up, get rid of it. Google did the same thing. They did something a little bit smarter. They see it went up and then boom. So I told people, get rid of fucking Google stock that year. No, go to 2002. 2002.
All right.
No, we're going to Facebook stock. Facebook stock for 2002. Let me know when you find it. All right, let's keep going over here. Let's see. Should I focus on speaking content? Yeah, anyone who's an 11 and has 5 energy, they definitely have the entertainer energy, so it is what it is. All right, next super chat. June 20th, 1976, male, live in Dubai. I mean, that's a good place for a tiger, even though it's a snake. That's not bad. Export business to Kenya, South Africa, real estate, and blah, blah, blah. Lost lots of money gambling 2024.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so why did you lose money gambling? Very important. So you're a dragon, and 2024 was a dragon year. So most people will be like, well, wait a second. I should be doing good. Not necessarily because numerology supersedes astrology. You're born 6/20. So when your birthday hit, that's when you started losing. 6/20, which means after your birthday hit in 2024, you started a 7-year cycle. And 7-year cycles, people don't win. People lose. And you're still in the 7-year cycle till your birthday hits. So my advice to you is don't gamble in the 7th year. You know, here's the thing. Most of you guys are losers. Most of you guys should not gamble. Most of you guys shouldn't do anything. You should just do your 9 to 5 and be happy if you come home to a wife who will fuck you. That's what most of you guys should do. Some people out there can actually do things that most people can't. I'm going to be very clear with you. I came down here in late 2022. No one knew who the fuck I was. And you know how I made it? I got clout. Clout is currency. I started getting views. Because I started getting views, people wanted to collaborate with me. And I started with people who wanted to collaborate. I started moving up, 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 up until I met these two. How did I meet him? I'm Fresh and Fit's manager. He was a guest. This is how you move up the ladder. You have clout, which is what's called currency in this game. And if you have clout, would Fresh do a podcast with someone who didn't have any clout?
No.
Are you out your fucking mind? No. Are you out your fucking mind? Okay.
And it's funny.
You think he's gonna move down to Miami and do a podcast with someone who's a nobody? See, and this is the thing. Most of you people on Twitter keep DMing me, yo, Gary, put me on. Motherfucker, I ain't gonna put you on because no one put me on but my goddamn self.
Facts.
God damn it.
Just to add to your point as well. So with Gary's point here, a lot of people want the lifestyle, but they don't know what it takes to actually make it achievable or a thing. And the biggest part of it is having the understanding that, listen, you're starting from zero, but what have they done to get to where they're at? And you're right, clout is a component. Without that, people don't know who you are. Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone. Now, back in the day, they were everywhere. If you were on YouTube, on Facebook, they were literally in your timeline or time feed every single day. So that currency and clout, which means, they're popping. How can I work for them? How can I help or add value to them? And that gives them awareness and as well marketing. So, guys, you need clout to get to be known, and then from there, with the value that you bring, people want to work with you or vice versa.
And if you don't have money, you don't have clout, you best have a lot of money.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, so again, if you don't have clout, open up that pocketbook, because I'm going to make this clear. Do you know one of the reasons he got that expensive car for $250 or $300,000 was so he can go to events and network with people of means?
Yeah.
And because he did that, he got a contract.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff actually.
He got a lot of stuff.
I got I made friends with my realtor, which is he's amazing. He does a lot of properties work for me now as well. I've met billionaires at car shows. I've met people that own certain things in Miami. I've met people that actually invest in podcasts right now, and it's because connections are important, no matter who you are. This whole thing about being a lone wolf, dude, that shit doesn't work. It's an L. You need a team around you, and people that trust you and respect you, and that goes a long way.
100%. So, in closing, when it comes down to this, stop DMing me. I'm not going to put your bitch ass on. Put yourself on, okay?
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. Now I want to talk about someone by the name of Amber Heard. You ever hear of a woman called Amber Heard?
Of course, man.
Have you ever heard of Amber Heard?
Yeah, for sure.
Johnny Depp.
And okay, so Johnny Depp. So Amber Heard was accusing Johnny Depp of actually doing what?
Like all kind of shit, like assaults and whatnot.
So
abuse.
We had a woman who was accusing a man of whooping her ass, but what actually happened was she was whooping his ass. And this all came out in court documents. So can you look up Amber Heard's birthday real quick?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's look a little bit more into Amber Heard.
And of course, she lied.
Oh, of course she lied. So when we find Amber Heard's birthday real quick, what's her birthday?
It's right here, April 22nd, 1986. She's 30 years
April
old.
22nd, 1986. 1986 happens to be the year of the tiger. You notice how I said in the very beginning of this podcast, you can't spell the word fighter without the word tiger?
Yeah.
You can't do it. So she was actually whooping his ass while she was saying that he was whooping her ass. So I want people to understand this. If ever they ever have something in the public where a woman is accusing a man of whooping her ass, check that birthday and see if she's born 86, I don't know, 1998 or something like that. And she's born in the tiger year, because she might be lying. Not only that, she might be the one who actually hit them, is accusing them, because we all know how women like to project.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you guys right now, connect the dots. What am I talking about? Why am I bringing this up? Connect the dots, okay? Connect it yourself, because there's cases out there where there's women who are accusing men of whooping their ass, and they just happen to be tigers. Look up yourself.
No doubt.
There's a recent story out there right now.
Let them figure it out themselves.
Good point. Same birthday. All right. Listen, Fear Buck posted a clip. He says the Chinese government has praised IShowSpeed for promoting positive relations between China and the United States. They're arguing that he's being paid to promote China, which is a damn lie. That is not true. Actually speaking, if that was true, I guarantee you it would have been done in a different way. And he's spent his own money to go out there, as they showed on the clip. But what do you think about this, Dom? I mean, he's out there making content, doing his thing, but they're trying to push a whole political agenda onto IShowSpeed.
I agree with you. I don't think it's true, but just because he's still being himself. Chinese government has so many restrictions. They would have had him been professional, been super boring. And I think Speed, he knows that. His chat would have been able to identify that easily, because he's got one of the wildest streams to me, where he's just able to be who is himself. Like, shit, they've told him plenty times to stop barking, stop being so loud in these certain areas. And to me, that feels like it's not set up.
Yeah.
Because they won't even have to correct you if you're going in with the Chinese government. It's just his thing. I don't know.
Just his thing?
Yeah, it's just his
I
no one knows.
I thought getting RKO'd was his thing. I would say let's watch that RKO, but we'll probably get copyrighted. So
yeah, we probably would. Listen, Speed is a guy that does what he wants.
Yep.
But is also respectful. But at the same time, is able to be entertaining.
Hell yeah.
That's not easy to
what's
do.
his numerology number?
Let's look it up. His birthday.
He's an 11.
And
he's an 11.
The thing about Speed is he goes to the beat of his own drum. So I can respect that because as a creator, that's what you should do. However, he's also smart enough to avoid ruining his career by doing certain things. So I think Speed is at a good point. He's done a lot for the community as well for streaming, and he's paved the way for a lot of people to follow after being under Aiden Ross and Kai.
I like something else he did. Like he's not really.
He surpassed Aiden.
No, for sure. But I'm saying he was under them at one point.
And he's not even relying on Hollywood like a lot of streamers.
No,
he's just
not.
solo doing it. So that's also cool. Just shows the power of streaming as a whole.
Kai can't do it the way he does it. He goes to different countries. Actually, this guy is a really hard worker. I'm not gonna bullshit, man. He works hard as hell. You know, I'd like to take some shots at him just to get some clips, but I can't say anything bad about him.
I want to see his deals, if he has any at all, because I can only imagine how much money they offer this guy. Because I know some other stuff, but his paychecks, bro. Holy smokes, bro!
International shit.
That's some real shit, bro.
A kid who's 20 years old has more money than me. That's hard to fucking take.
He can retire, bro. Literally.
Yeah, so could I. That's the point. He still has more.
It makes me wonder about will he be able to sustain that audience? Not on no hater shit, but when he get older, just because he's so loved at his age, it happens a lot of times.
Well, you see what happened to Jack Doherty. He did all that good content, and then he started, doing the OnlyFans stuff. You know what would be? I have a prediction about Jack Doherty.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna become a preacher.
What?
No, seriously. Where else does he have to go? He did all the kid stuff when he was a kid. All the kid YouTube. He did the adult content. The only grift left is to go into God and tell these OnlyFans whores to repent once he fucking put out that path.
What about boxing?
Boxing. I mean, unless he's boxing like Neon, I don't think he was to really box.
I could actually see the religious switch now. I think about it.
It's the best grift right now possible for him. So he'll actually do it. He's born on the 8th.
There's only 3 paths you could take: religion, boxing, or fighting, or what's the other one? Politics.
He's cooked in politics.
No,
he's cooked in politics. I've seen him. When I was managing Zerk, I went to his house quite often, and he ain't no fighter, bro. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be my brothers and sisters. That's Jack Doherty's future.
He's gonna rug pull his audience. He rug pull them coins, and then in church.
You mean how his girl rug pulled him?
Yo, that's wild, bro. Holy,
you stupid.
I mean, we told him. We all told him about his girl, but apparently, what do we know? We're old heads, right?
Yep, sure. Yeah, it's a new age. You notice he's getting more red pill now?
Yeah. Last week,
some have to learn the hard way, brother.
Last week he came on, his girl wasn't there. I wonder why. What's the next one, Bills? We got, again, I think this is Fearbuck, right? So
we'll get to the super chat soon.
X is currently down for thousands of users and is reportedly under unconfirmed cyber attack. Was that early today, Dom?
I think so, yeah. That was earlier today.
It
ain't last that long.
What a good year for Elon Musk, man. They're burning his cars. They're attacking his platform.
Baby mama problems.
Baby mama problems. Lost $150 billion. Welcome to that snake year, buddy.
Yeah, even countries are trying to take him down. Shit, I heard Germany and among other countries are literally trying to take down Elon.
How did this party do in Germany, the one he was supporting?
That shit crashed. It did. It crashed.
Oh, really? You're bullshit. He works here in America, huh?
It crashed.
Wow. All right. Next one we got as well.
Deport your ass.
Okay, so secret CIA files claim Ark of the Covenant has been found. As we have here, the location of a chest believed to contain the 10 Commandments has long been a mystery, but CIA documents claim the Ark of the Covenant has been found.
Fake news.
Nigga, hold on. Were you there?
Fake news.
That's what I thought.
Fake
According to the
news.
Bible, the Ark of the Covenant was built by the Israelites shortly after they fled Egypt around the 13th century BC. Moses then placed the 10 Commandments inside. The CIA conducted experiments in the 1980s, which individuals who claim they could perceive information about distant objects, events, or other people. The report details one of these tests where a remote viewer number 032 was given coordinates to locate a target and described the Ark of the Covenant hiding in the Middle East. Listen, bro, at the end of the day, man, I believe there's things out there that we don't know, especially underground. I mean, look at the pyramids. You saw the whole like discovery under the pyramids, the columns. Dude, that's just not. That's not normal, bro. It's supernatural. How's that possible?
Man,
But
they could
it's
explain.
weird to me.
If you had the plane 2,000 years ago, they probably think that was supernatural too. Just because there's things we can't explain with the technology today doesn't mean it's because of God Almighty. Things can be explained. We just don't have the technology to do it yet.
Okay, what about this? Think about this.
Let me hear it, brother.
Bruh.
Imagine there is a select few that have knowledge
Yeah.
that we don't have.
Numerology,
Call them
astrology.
fallen angels, call them spirits, whatever.
Chin.
And they can communicate with people here on Earth that maybe serves these gods, Moloch, whatever. And they tell them how to advance society in their own image.
Yeah.
Which is going to bring about the end of times inadvertently. Isn't that possible? Where like they've been told or they've been taught how to build things that in the past were impossible to build now. Like who can recreate a pyramid right now? I don't know any builders that can do that shit. Do you?
No.
I mean, just I believe Babylon was way more advanced than we are right now.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But how is that? We're light years ahead in technology, but we can't do the same stuff?
I don't think we're light years ahead of Babylon. I think Babylon is way ahead of us.
No, technology itself.
I mean, they used
Even with technology, I feel like we're moving backwards instead of forwards. I think we were already at our peak, and what we're seeing now is just trying to reinvent what we already had before.
You're right. I just believe that the technology that Babylonians had was more spiritual technology, like through telepathy and things of that nature that didn't cause radiation, didn't cause cancer. I think this 5G, 4G, 6G, I think it blocks our pineal glands to the point where we can't actually do the things that the elite are afraid of us doing.
Yeah.
I believe that if you take the fluoride out the water, I believe that if you take all the nasty garbage they put in our foods and you take that out, if it's all clean,
The radiation.
then we're going to have clean pineal glands that are not calcified, and all the things they talk about in the comic books and all those things will be possible. Telekinesis, teleportation, and then how would anyone control us? So they actually put this stuff in there to keep us docile so they can actually win.
It reminds me of radio frequencies. When you have a radio channel, if you're pinging it for the certain frequency, if you have all of these, the classification on us and all these blockers, we won't be able to hit that frequency and hear those channels or get those signals.
100%. But you know what isn't their frequency? You guys hitting that goddamn like button, man. I'm sick and tired of asking you guys, man. I need more views, and it is what it is, man. We're going to be wrapping this up really quickly.
Yes, we are.
But we're getting about that time, man. Fresh is in the home, man. Someone's going to be upset pretty soon. So
This nigga,
bro.
bro.
We're going to have to end it. We're gonna have
I'll
to
get
end
home
it.
when I feel like.
If you say so, man. Anyways, let's do a super chat. 12/26/1987, female, 10/31/1986. Well, you're a 9 life path and you're a cat, so we know 9s are about beauty. So we know your woman looks good. She's an 11 life path tiger. So, you know, most women who are in their 40s, people will be like, yo, she's over the hill. We ain't talking about my wife, and we sure as hell ain't talking about no goddamn tigers. So tigers always look younger than their age. So I'm honestly, it's a challenging match when it comes to emotionally. Because a tiger can be in love with you 1 minute and she'll dump you the next minute, man. Like, you know, they're just different
Tigers
like
seem
that,
dangerous
man.
as women, bro.
But
yeah.
just being around her will make you richer. Oh, wow. So congratulations to that part. You know, there's some women that you can have sex with, and just by having sex with them, your money, your manifesting ability to gain material success goes up. And
That's
this is
with
something, I mean, not just them, but there's something in that person's birthday that will help out a great deal. Not everything I actually want to reveal publicly, you know what I mean? Quite frankly, sir, your money's up and down your whole life, but you're very karmic. Watch out for the law, my friend. We're going to be shutting down this soon. If you guys want some super chats, 90 or above, about 5-10 minutes left.
All right, we got another one here. Top Shay, a Rumble. Shout out to you for supporting the show. He says, what's good, my G's? I'm curious. I'm born on January 31, 86. I'm around lots of 5s.
I just did that birthday.
Oh, you did?
I just did a 31 January 31 and yeah, but it was somewhat the same. Go ahead, my bad.
That's crazy. He says, I'm running a lot of 5s. Live next to you, Engine 55, New York, NYC. Badge number, what the? 1655. Parents' house, 555. Firefighter, 15 years. Work for a ladder, 5. Both kids are born on 25th. So these are all like a lot of 5 numbers. What does this mean for him, I guess?
Well, if both your kids are born on the 25th, they have a past life connection. So let's start like that. If you have 2 people in the same family who are born on the same day, it usually means they have a past life connection. Does that mean they're brothers? No, it could mean there could be sisters, something like that. But they definitely have a past life connection. Now, if you see the number 5 a lot, that's going to mean one of a few things. Number one, you're either thinking about women all the time or just having constant sex with people, because 5 is the number of sex. That's when you look at the E. E is the 5th letter. What's the first vowel in sex? E. Yeah. Reproduction. E. Egg. E. Sperm. E. It's all the E's there. You get it? Because the English language is so perfectly built, it tells us about all this stuff. So if you're seeing 5s all the time, it probably has to do with either sex or travel. So that's probably what I would say. It has something to do with that. Now, obviously, that would mean more to you than me because you understand what you've been going through and I don't. But based off the numbers, number 5 is about sex and travel. So that's pretty much whenever you see that number, it probably has something to do with that. Maybe you have baby mama issues. Maybe, you're having issues with the wife. Maybe you just have a fucking crazy ass sex drive. Maybe you're picking up broads left and right. I don't know what it is, but it usually has to do with sex or travel.
All right. That's it for me right now for chats. Okay. Any more on your side or not right now?
No, we're good for now. We're good for now.
We covered the news. We covered this L person, Jordan, at the very beginning. W show, man.
Yeah.
What close up with this last story here as well? Yeah, this one here. All right, marketing in 05, powered by OpenAI. I use ChatGPT and GPT 4.0 for image generation to create these dope ads. This is proof that AI can outdesign most humans. Check them out.
It's about to kill YouTube cover photos, bro. I've seen some of the models already today. Sick, bro.
Yeah, so I got a buddy of mine, a big YouTuber actually. I won't say his name, but he does all his thumbnails with AI now. He fired his
Already
actual thumbnail guy. He's paying I think almost $3 a month. Now with AI, he just pops in it what he wants in there and makes it within I believe 30 seconds.
First show we talked about how many times did I tell you the computers and AI are going to take people out of their jobs.
100%.
And it's going to happen slowly, but it's going to start moving up. And what this is going to lead to is communism, because at some point, all the people, the low skill layers of jobs, all the people who come over can't find jobs. They still have to feed their kids. They still have to pay their rent. So what's that going to lead to is a universal basic wage. Basically, communism and socialism. This is on the horizon. I've warned you people. I'm going to keep telling you people. You have till the end of the decade, at most, maybe a couple years at best, to get a fucking bag. If you don't get it by then, motherfucker, you cooked.
So, Gary, whose jobs are the safest in these coming years?
People who have brands.
Yeah, brands.
People have brands. Like, for instance, AI is not going to replace a personality. So when you have a brand, that is probably the safest way to go at this point. And quite frankly, most of you guys out there don't have the skills to create one. You don't have the personality. You don't have the team around it. So you best attach yourself to someone who does.
I liken it as, remember back in the day when the Bible spoke about Noah's Ark?
Yeah.
Funny enough.
These Christians.
No, but keeping it real. People would shout, there's going to be no rain. Noah was telling people it's going to rain. It's going to flood the earth. And as a result, people said, I'm going to live my life, do what I feel like, drink, be merry, enjoy life. And then years later, the rain came and everyone died in the flood. Same thing here with AI. We're warning people, hey, the future is here, guys.
Yeah.
You're seeing it in McDonald's, Chase Bank. You're seeing automated machines doing someone's job. Less people are being hired. Even in tech, they've recorded, bro, up until now, $180,000 have been lost for Microsoft, Meta. And this is only the beginning. So I think for a lot of people here, especially in the tech world as well, you see what's coming. Most people nowadays are winning because you know what they do now? They focus on businesses around AI. That's how you survive, because brands... For now. And AI businesses are doing okay now. But again, it could change in the next coming 5 to 10 years. So guys, save your money, invest into assets, because at this point, jobs, security is a big thing in the past. 100%.
And one of the things that can help you in life is knowing where you should go and where you shouldn't go based off your birthdays. And that's why I created the Q app.
There you go.
The Q app is the best astrology, numerology based app out there. For instance, you want to trade Bitcoin and you hit on Bitcoin over here. I'll just show you how to do it right here. Hit on Bitcoin right here. Bitcoin pops up. It tells you it's a 6 life path, a rat that was found in a Capricorn time. That means if you're born in a rat year, Bitcoin's good for you. This is just simple things. Like, for instance, here's Spain. Spain was found in the horse year. So if you are a horse, a tiger, a dog, Spain's a good place to visit. But if you're born in the rat year, this ain't the place to go. If you want this information, sure, you can look it up yourself. But to have it in one app, all made for you with the AI, that's what the Q app is. That's what me and my team created because no one does it like GG33. Mwah.
Also, guys, community is very important. A network. Because knowing this information...
Unless they're a whole bunch of brokies.
Exactly. Hold on. that is actually true, bro. Holy shit. But I was at Mar-a-Lago. I was at inauguration with this information. I was with Elon's top guy for AI, and they spoke about it. Behind closed doors, you hear things behind the scenes. And they already knew this 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
They know now by 2030 is going to be complete in every business.
Yep.
So this means you need information faster than people, more precise, and more direct. This is why I made the CEO Network. We do Zoom calls every week discussing what's happening now in the news, also as well as happening in the New World Order. Because what's happening is information that's perceived at a certain speed gives you success or defeat. And if you don't know how to access this information, you're stuck in the matrix because now you only see what they want you to see, which is the TV, the news, which is all bullshit. But with AI coming, if you don't know how to maneuver, you're going to be fucked. So join a network, man. Either it's mine, someone else's, or Gary's. You need a network in your life because information is important, guys, especially nowadays.
In closing, you just brought up the New World Order. Do you know what the New World Order really is?
100%.
I thought it was America.
No. Do you know what it is? The New World Order is the new woman. Think about it. N for new, W-O for woman. The New World Order only started gaining traction when women got the right to vote. Because if you are in a position of power and you want to dominate the world, you want the dumbest people in positions of power. Those happen to be women. So women tend to be extremely emotional.
You stupid.
Women tend to be extremely emotional, and you can base politics based off their emotion. So this is what the New World Order has done, is it empowered women. And what have women done with that empowerment? Kill babies, simp men.
Killed the baby.
This is what they do.
Killed the baby.
This is exactly what they do. So
Ching
this
chong.
is what the New World Order is. They put women in positions of power. And until you want to stop the New World Order, repeal fucking the 19th Amendment that did more damage than COVID-19 ever did.
By the way, you mentioned NWO. Guys, this is about control here. Speaking of control, that bitch had all the control, but she lost it. What happened was
Birth control is what you need.
They had a place.
I'm not talking to Fresh.
They had a place where people were on top of things. They were aware, self-aware, and they didn't rely on news from the government. Now it's shifted. They depend on governments for most things. Money, lifestyle, all these things. But with control, it takes time. But you don't start at the top. You start from within, which is the family. You destroy the family, take the father away, make the woman head of the household. Now I have control because now, hey, big brother, the government, I'm your father now. I'm the daddy in the household. I give you child support from your man. You do what you want. Now you're free. Destruction from within. Trojan horse effect. However, when they take away the dollar, the cash system, when that's gone, all digital, guess what they have? Control. You don't do what I say, Dom? Oh, you're an ex talking about these people? Cut his money off. What do? How do you eat? Oh, you want to go to your cousin to get some money to buy some food? Oh, no, he can't buy on your behalf. How do you eat? How do you survive? So all these things are happening in real time, the NWO, and people are like, oh, they're asleep. Well, guess what? When you wake up at some point, you're going to be fucked. But again,
there's always going to be food in the trash can at KFC. So,
I was saying
go ask Tristan Tate.
The scariest thing about control is that most of the time people give it up for convenience. Even now we're seeing with AI, most of the control that we have is given up for convenience. And that's where they've tricked us. all the way down to the welfare state where they've separated the woman from the man. They tell them that you can't have food stamps. You can't depend on the government if you have a man in your household after 1964. They gave up control for convenience. And we're seeing this in every single aspect of our life. Even with our cars or the ways that we travel, we're giving up our control with convenience. We're putting our lives in the hands of those that's driving the car, driving the ship or the plane or whatever. Any type of convenience is giving up your own independent control. And they've convinced us that convenience is worth more than control. And I think that would be the downfall of man, especially when AI take over, because people will willingly give everything they have to AI because we're used to having convenience in our life.
That's a clip right there.
All right.
No, got a few more super chats,
Me too
man.
as
They
well.
keep coming in. 11/26/1980, girlfriend. 6/5/1989. So you have an 11 life path girlfriend, extremely emotional. So I want you to understand something. Women are emotional as it is, but if you have an 11 life path girlfriend, yeah, it's nice in the bedroom, but you're gonna pay in other places, bro. Blah blah blah. It is what it is, man. She's born on the 5th, so obviously she's very attractive. She's born in the year of the snake. So that means she's very vengeful. Don't cheat out her, bro. They can look good, bro. I'm just saying. 11/26. I know someone else born on 11/26, man. That's Adam's birthday.
Oh.
Shout out to H Factor Water. And by the way, man, they ain't paying for advertising, man. Hold on, man. Ugh! You didn't pay for advertising, man. I wear a keep-all. We're not having that, man. Anyways, going back to you, 11/26/1980, 89. So Snake, Monkey. It didn't work out for Tom Brady. Didn't work out for Kanye West, but it is a decent relationship. It just didn't work out for them. Quite frankly, 1 and 11 do work well. Michael Jordan, the 11 doesn't win championships without Scottie Pippen, the 1. Kobe Bryant, the 11 doesn't win championships without Shaq, who's 1. And neither does Kyrie Irving, who's 11, doesn't win championships without LeBron James, who's a 1. So the 1-11 combination is a good one. It is what it is. What other super chats we have, brother?
All right, this is the last one here. We got J.O. Tech. He's giving us this right now. He says, born on 11/20/92. He's a male.
11/20/92. Okay.
Yeah. Can't find anything about my numerology. What can you say? I'll be 33 this year.
11/20/1992. That means you're a 7 life path and a monkey, which means you're an extremely intelligent person. When it comes down to it, people who are 7s tend to be loners. So maybe the biggest problem is you're not going out there doing what you actually want to do in life. You 7s need to be more articulate. Isn't it funny that the smartest people, the so-called teachers who are the 7s, their biggest weakness is they can't articulate what they say? Isn't it funny how the Matrix works, man? The smartest guys don't know how to convince others. See, that's the difference between me and all these other 7s, man. I'm a 33 life path, baby. I'm a 33 life path. Even though I'm born on a 7, I actually know how to talk. You don't. So when it comes down to people who are 7s, learn how to articulate. That is the difference between people who are 7s making it big and not. Elon Musk is not a great talker.
He's not.
He's a 7.
Genius, though. In some things.
And definitely not putting on condoms.
Oh, yo, real quick. I got a gift actually from last stream. I forgot to show you guys real quick. It's called Stay Away from Sneaky Snow Bunnies by J Star.
Oh, wow.
I can't tell you enough how crazy this book is, the title, because, this was my issue back in the day. And, hey, nigga, I went to France, nigga. I'm in France now. Miss Paris. Basically,
You should say, think about this in French.
think about this. This was the first page of the book. It says, Malcolm was a young boy with a bundle of energy and curiosity. That was me. He was known throughout the neighborhood as the liveliest and most adventurous child around. He never missed the time to have fun with his best friend Umar. The fuck?
The fuck is this story time with Fresh?
One chilly morning, Malcolm woke up with a yawn and stretched his arms high above his head. Yawn. Oh. He glanced out the window and saw the world covered in a thick layer of snow.
You never saw snow like you.
Looks like a snow day, he muttered to himself, rubbing his eyes sleepily. Oh,
I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
But as he looks around the room, he couldn't shake off the feeling of boredom creeping in.
Really?
Ugh, being stuck indoors is so boring, Malcolm complained, falling back into his bed with a dramatic sigh. I need some action. Trust me, bro. That was back in the day. I want some action. This is not real, bro. So after breakfast, Malcolm asked his parents, "Mommy, Daddy, can I go play outside?" Sure, you can.
You okay,
but just remember, stay away from the sneaky snow bunnies. They're dangerous. His mom warned with a serious tone. Hey, man, my mom was right, bro. She didn't lie. W. Malcolm. Okay, Malcolm said, his eyes wide with curiosity as he skipped out the door to find his best friend. He found Umar playing with his toy truck in the snow. And as soon as Umar saw him, he ran over, breathing heavily. Just like Mo.
Yo, you're about to go rated R here, bro.
Malcolm.
Keep the story time.
I've been looking for you all day, Umar exclaimed. It's the sneakiest snow bunnies I've seen. They won't leave me alone. Every time I get into Yo, hold on. Every time
bro.
I get my allowance, they try to trick me to give them my money. Yo, hold on. I need to read it again because this is actually in the book, guys. Malcolm, I'm looking for you all day, Umar exclaimed. It's the sneaky snow bunnies. They won't leave me alone. Every time I get my allowance, they try to trick me into giving them all my money. Malcolm frowned as he remembered what his mom had told him. That's not right. I know. Let's go play, but keep a close eye on these sneaky snow bunnies, Umar suggested as they set off to play.
Yo, you better land the plane. We're losing fucking viewers, bro.
All right, this is the last one here. As Malcolm and Umar built a snow fort, a sneaky snow bunny approached them with a sly grin on its face. What do you want, sneaky snow bunny? Umar asked cautiously. The bunny looked innocent. What the fuck?
Yo, turn it around too. No, it's just a white bunny. No, that's a racist ass book, man. A white bunny.
She belongs to the street.
It shit's black though.
The bunny looked innocent. There's a carrot stuck under the fence down the street. Would one of you strong gentlemen help me pull it out?
Yo.
Malcolm and Umar exchanged glances. I'll help. Malcolm volunteered. No, Malcolm. We must stay focused. This is so RP. This is crazy. Remember what your parents said, Umar. Looking nervously. It's okay, Umar. I'll be right back, Malcolm said. Headed confidently down towards the fence with the snow bunny. Oh, he's cooked, bro. He's cooked. However, as soon as he reached for the carrot,
I think this podcast is cooked.
More snow bunnies appeared. In the blink of an eye, one bunny snatched his gloves, another took his coat, and the third hopped away with his money. They ran off in the forest, leaving Malcolm stunned and shivering in the cold. I kid you not. I'm going to end it there, but...
Yo, I can't top that, man. I can't top that. Fresh, I don't know whether to say you're the best co-host I ever had or to say you're fired.
Yo, bro. W, man. This is funny as hell, bro. I'll tell you this, bro.
Yo, the hell with numerology, the hell with the news. Yo, next week it's Fresh with the Snow Buddies.
It was funny, man. But just keeping it real, keeping it in real life as well. This fucking line, bro. They're sneaky, man. Yeah. They'll play games with you if you're not careful.
Very sweet.
Very sweet.
They come off so
They're
sweet.
still innocent, but they're actually.
She belongs to the street.
Yeah. Okay. Any more chats before we close out? Guys, what the fuck, man?
Nah, bro. I'm done. All right. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. W3, man. See you guys next week on Tuesday. Peace.